details, what is actually good for you, right? They play for the feeling. An anniversary, an annual celebration needs a tangible gift, something you can see and feel the impact of right away. Instant dopamine, like a free 5-star character selector. Or heck, let's say a character is way too much for some reason, a free 5-star signature weapon of your choice would be good enough. Cause let's assume the free-to-plays don't always have the luck and the resources nor the time to constantly be able to pull for characters and their signature weapons every single patch. Or maybe let's just up those numbers. And so without that one big thank you item, the reward starts to feel like your boss is giving you a fruits basket instead of a Christmas bonus. I mean, it's objectively good for you. It's good for your body. Especially, I know some of you that don't eat your fruits, but it doesn't make you feel appreciated, you know? This feeling of being undervalued gets worse when you look at the banners. We are seeing in real time a complete Thanos finger snap of the 1.x roster. Characters like Changli and Jinshi, even Jiyen, the icons that carried the game's first year, are just gone. There are no reruns, let alone even a mention of them. It feels like the developers have moved on to their shiny new toys and left their old characters to rot, which is not really a good feeling when we're talking about the birthday of the game we love, especially for those of us who have played since launch. Some of us have grown attached to a character. Some of us made them our avatars because we relate to them so much. It is somewhat sad to see, but I haven't found my black and green color themed waifu in this game yet, so I hope y'all stay safe out there. I'ma be here waiting. It is hard to convince the players that their past investments still matter if you can't celebrate the history of the game during its own birthday. The world and its characters feel disposable. Definitely something you won't want to feel. And that sense of disposability, it wasn't just in the banners, it was written all over the faces of the people running the show. The energy of the stream itself. If you watched the first anniversary, you would remember how Solon Lee was expressive, maybe a bit dramatic, but that is what makes him charming. And he definitely had personality. Unfortunately, not everybody likes fun, so at the time, people called it cringe. It made them feel awkward or embarrassed for him. So Kuro Games, being the company that, unlike a majority of these gacha companies, they actually listen to their player base. So what did Kuro do? They overcorrected. They tried to fix a mistake so hard that you actually create a brand new problem by going too far in the opposite direction. This year, what we got was a nonchalant version of Solon Lee. Nonchalant means acting like you don't really care or being so calm that you look almost bored. Nobody likes nonchalant people, okay? Don't believe what these TikTok videos tell you. Sai Kuno wouldn't be getting as many e-girls DMing him if he was nonchalant.
You fucking...
And that applies to Solon Lee as well, because the fanboys are not getting the proper fan service by our god and savior CEO of Kuro Games. The drastic difference between the Solon we got this year from last year, like come on, he wasn't goofy, nor was he expressive. He looked like he was attending a funeral. He looks like a robot. He looks like Mark Zuckerberg. This is the same person who cosplayed in a maid outfit. It's like when you stare at the abyss for too long, it starts to stare back at you. And Solon looks like he has been staring at LF1 for way too long. It is actually a bit painful to see. It looks like the developers have been feedbacked into a corner, and this is what happens when you listen to every single criticism, even the ones from the very loud vocal minority. When you try to please them all at once, you will eventually find yourself with no room left to move. You become paralyzed because you're terrified of being caught acting cringe again, afraid of doing something wrong. Because sometimes these gacha communities can be a pool of piranhas. The complete irony of being a good listening developer that tries to follow the instructions of their player base so perfectly that you get the scores right, but you lose your personality in the process. You end up with a stream that is technically correct, but completely empty in emotion. And that hollow feeling is exactly what leads us into something I found when I was surfing through the internet. And this right here will explain why the entire drama even happened. It is something called the minus point system that is currently defining the community's mood. Keep in mind that I will explain the fundamentals of it first, and then we get into the reality of the situation, okay? And it's gonna get nerdy, but bear with me. Usually, right, when we mentally grade a game, we use a plus point system. It's a pretty simple concept. The rating starts at 0, and every time it does something good, like let's say we see a cool new map that is not just open world field of grass lap or a great story quest without the Yap Fest, and we add points to the score. If they do enough good things, the game ends up with a high score, like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Sounds logical so far, right? I hope you're keeping up with me. But in Wuthering Waves, the community has switched up to a way of thinking that is completely the opposite of that, called the minus points. What does that mean, Glaive? This means they start the review at a perfect score, a perfect 10, and only take points away when it fails to give them exactly what they want. When you start at perfect, the score can only go down. In this kind of mindset, you don't get bonus points for doing your job well. You only lose points for the things that you didn't do or did wrong. The explanation for this is because Kuro Games consistently delivers top-tier combat and story. The community has stopped seeing those things as rewards or a defining factor that this game is special. They don't say, wow, 3 main story quests that actually progresses the plots. Instead, they say, we all know Wuthering Waves story is supposed to be good, so that's nothing new. What else is new? What else can you give me? Does this make sense to you so far? They have taken the special treatment for granted. It's like a parent who doesn't congratulate you for getting a good score like an A+, but will scream and nag you the moment you get an A-. An A- isn't necessarily a bad grade, but it's not a good grade to them. It's a failure to be perfect. And if that sounds bad, that is not even the worst part, because the conversation starts to get really toxic when we talk about the fact that Wuthering Waves is actually, surprisingly, not a perfect game. If the game has ongoing problems, like the unaddressed fixes or optimization issues, or the story apparently not appeasing the target audience, the minus point thinkers sees those problems as debt. The community feels the developers owe them. If the update provides amazing content but doesn't fix the issues, minus points. If it does fix the issues, but the content is just okay, minus points. In their head, the starting score isn't the current state with issues, it is the fixed perfect version of the game they think they deserve. They are subtracting points from a future version of a game that doesn't even exist yet. And if this issue keeps on getting unaddressed, the minus point thinker sees that as neglect, and it actually gives the negative number a multiplier. The thought process goes like, you haven't fixed the optimization issues, you haven't fixed the quick swap power creep, and you're being stingy with the rewards? That's 3 minus points for 1 mistake. The existing problems make every new error feel 3 times worse, because it feels like the developers are ignoring the player's pain. But the bar isn't just set by Kuro's past mistakes, it is set by everyone else's wins. The community likes to Frankenstein their way into criticizing the game. What does that mean, right? The community isn't judging Wuthering Waves against itself anymore, or ever at this point. Instead, they are judging it against an imaginary, delusionally made ultimate gacha game, made of every other game's best traits. Zenless Zone Zero gave a free skin. Honkai Star Rail gave a free new 5-star character. Genshin Impact gets more revenue. Even if that is all they have going for it, somehow it is still a way to dunk on Wuthering Waves. With the amount of times the Wuthering Waves community had to fight back against the labels and the bad-mouthing from the haters, subconsciously, they start to treat it as a competition and hoping Wuthering Waves is the winning horse. The most toxic trait of the gacha community is not their allegiance to their respective gacha tribes, it is their ego. They are not mad because of the lack of free stuff, they are mad because they want their choice of game to look better than the others. They want to be able to dunk on other fan bases, and suddenly when it doesn't fit their delusion, it doesn't matter if the gameplay is better or the world is bigger. If it's not the ultimate gacha that beats every other game's generosity combined, the live stream is a piece of shit garbage adversary. A new meme got created over this issue that started getting traction recently, and I think it's super fitting for the situation. Ouroboros Waves, a symbol of a snake eating its own tail, resembling a cycle that never ends. The community demands a change, like the first anniversary banner, where the very loud part of the community called it predatory. Kuro listens and removes it. But then, the community looks at the empty space where that banner used to be and complains that there are no anniversary reruns. They find a new hole to be unhappy about. Kuro tries to fill the hole, and the cycle starts all over again. It's a hunger that literally cannot be satisfied, because the more Kuro gives, the more the expectation moves. When you're stuck in a loop where where the game is constantly eating its own progress just to keep the players from revolting, you have to wonder what the final cost is going to be, not just for the game, but for the people making it. If you keep subtracting points from someone who is trying their best, they might just stop trying to win at all. Something to think about, huh? So looking at the big picture and everything we have talked about, where does that leave us? The real takeaway here is a question of priority. They reviewed the feedback from last year, followed every instruction, and checked every box to avoid getting in trouble again. Sounds like they're walking on eggshells. But the thing about being perfect can most of the time feel incredibly soulless. A masterpiece updates for sure, but zero festivity comes along with it. And on an anniversary, that is usually what us players are looking for. It makes me wonder if a developer can actually truly survive being this responsive if Kuro continues to let the loudest, angriest voices in the room dictate their vibe and decision making. They might just lose their identity entirely. They might have the best graphics in the space and flying motorbikes, but if there's no passion behind the presentation, the players will eventually stop feeling like they're a part of a community and start feeling like they're just customers in a store. But maybe it already felt that way for a while, and we never really paid enough attention to notice it. Version 3.3 will likely be remembered for two opposite things. It's a massive high point for the actual gameplay, but a real low point for the community spirit. At the end of the day, I said this in my last video as well, a game can't survive on free polls alone, but a community shouldn't feel like an afterthought during its own birthday. Let me know in the comments below what you think, but that is all from me, Glaive Keo, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers! The 3.3 livestream just got wrapped up. Immediately, without wasting any time, the community is having a civil war. One side, we have people calling this a really good update. I mean, I see their point of view. I am inclined to agree. We are reaching the most critical stage of the story. We are getting hella quality of life updates and optimizations, a lot of rewards, abundant new original events. But on the other side, we got an equally loud group of players who are, in a way, very disappointed. They are not calling it an anniversary. They called it adversary. A piece of doo-doo garbage one at that. So if you take these debates at face value, it looks like we have a contradiction here.
By announcing literally nothing for anniversary and dropping what seems to be a generational amount of good content for 3.3, Kuro Games has entered the superposition of needing to be killed and cooking simultaneously, thus breaking the cycle.
How can a massive anniversary updates be both bad and good at the same time? Hopefully, I could clear the air out.
My gosh, is that Bihari ji? No. It is Uttar ji. Yes. It is UPG. Welcome, welcome. How have you been? Hope everything's been going well. Wait, this thing keeps coming out. Okay. 1 second. Wait, this is tight, not this one. What's tight? Are you exactly thinking? The microphone stand. UPG? Yogiji, is that you? Fortunately, no. What the fuck you doing? The fuck is tight. That's what I said just now. Like my mic was like hanging a little bit. I guess it's probably because of the summer and also I fixed around some stuff and yeah, like I tightened it, the screw and everything. What else can you tighten? So what's for dinner today? It's khichdi. Let's go. Yeah, I did not buy I did not buy maida yet. So yeah, I mean, I did not say like I was gonna buy it tomorrow and then try making it. Like I said it that with the consideration that I'll be doing this later whenever I have the time to make them. So yeah, I'm still planning on like making it later sometime. Yeah, I have like I can actually make, but all I remember is us talking about protein yesterday. Oh my gosh, yes. We are so health conscious now. Let's go. Damn. I mean, you are the one who's more health conscious, right? Because you are actually consuming protein. In the name of protein, I only consume like 3 eggs per day. That's it. That's how it's been going for me. Wait, what else is missing over here? No, she's wearing stuff that she's supposed to wear. Mm. Oh, sandals. Yes. She gotta wear sandals. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make a new layer and then let's make a proper one on top of it then. Whom are you drawing? Which protein did you choose? No, I did not choose my protein yet because I realized later on that okay, if I'm gonna take my protein, then with what am I gonna take my protein? And there is like milk I can drink with. I mean, yeah, people usually have it with milk, right? So I mean, but can I just drop my like 1 teaspoon of protein in my khichdi and then eat it? Like, is that good enough? Is that a good enough way to like eat my khichdi? Oh man. Whom are you drawing? Oh, I'm drawing my sensei over here. Her name is Nana Shirika. And since it's her birthday, I'm like trying to draw something, give something to her as soon as possible. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. Man, I haven't drawn in like a super long time. And now, man, it looks a little atrocious, but yeah, no, we'll make good. We will upgrade, we will improve upon it. Let's see. Sandals or sandas or sandal? Sandal. Those, you know, the sandals without the fita kind of sandals. Protein can be taken with milk or water like the gym boys take it. Plot twist, if you drink tea, there is a protein wala chai. Protein wala chai, what? If you drink tea, you mean from the chai wala? Are you talking about the chai wala? I haven't seen any chai wala sell protein tea yet though. So I have no idea about it. But I think protein can be added in chai too, yes? Yeah, I think that's also like another good way to consume your protein. Can I put my protein in Sprite or Coca-Cola and then drink it? Is that also like a good like method to consume protein? I don't know. I have not heard good stuff regarding taste of protein, but if there is any way possible for me to have it in a good way, then I'm ready to listen. Protein tea is a new brand. Oh, okay. I've never heard about it though. I guess it's probably a little more expensive compared to like a regular tea. Just simply because they put protein in there. Is that the case? It's gonna be like this, and then wait, what even is that? Wait, that's like an ear or something, right? Okay, I think that's like good enough. It goes around like this. Wait, is it longer? No. Okay, the ear is gonna be behind this, and then I gotta draw the hair behind it. It's tied in a knot, I see. Something like this, I suppose. And then there's like a bunch of hair coming out. Oh man, she's not online either. Wait, references? I never knew about it. Bro. Mascot design, okay. Shrine Day Evening by Shrine. Okay, it was already made by someone. Portfolio, okay. By the way, did you have your dinner, swordfish? Did you have your daily ounce of protein? Okay, this one. Nope. Hey. For my male audience, bro. Lama. BRB, okay. Ooh, it looks really nice. Okay.
For you, so everything will make perfect sense by the time you reach the end of this video. You see, Kuro Games is trying to balance multiple things here. They're trying to give us a second anniversary celebration, but they're also trying to push the game into its most critical narrative stage yet. I mean, we literally went all the way from Jinzhou together, experienced happy and wholesome moments together. We stuck through the hardships and the bugs and the problems all together. In the next patch, we are finally getting answers about IMF, confronting the Drenodian threat once and for all. And in the beginning, when we saw the return of Sol and Lee in the live stream, who really made it clear that if it wasn't for the players sticking around to play the game, Wuthering Waves wouldn't be in this position here today. I mean, to me, it just felt so sincere. Call me biased, but I was proud to be a day one player at that moment. But while the story and the technical stuff are becoming the best it has ever been, the celebration part doesn't feel much like a celebration. The rewards are nice, but the feeling that we're supposed to get, something like a birthday party, just feels a bit lean, you know, if not missing entirely. So today, I want to break down exactly what 3.3 is bringing to the table, from the complexity of the new characters like Hiyuki and Dinya to the very long-awaited technical advancements happening under the hood. We need to decide if the quality of the meal Kuro is cooking is enough to make up for the lack of party flavors. Without wasting more of your time, let's just get right into it. And chat, please give me some credit because I researched this topic so much I actually felt like I was falling down a rabbit hole. A fantasy kind, just like Alice's adventures in Wonderland and their collaboration with Raid Shadow Legends. They've brought the realm of Teleria to Wonderland with a youth champion. It is a massive head cat because the kit sounds super good. You might ask? Forgotten, like the 1.x character selector completely. Solon Lee is back, baby! Where is Dong, you might ask? Forgotten, like the 1.x character selector completely missing. But anyways, when he talks about the player being the only reason the game made it this far, it feels like a genuine thank you for me. But thank yous and I love yous aren't the only things that are being presented here. Getting into the actual contents of the patch, more specifically the story, the highlight here is the climax of the Exo Strider plan. We are finally going back for IMF. For a lot of the community, it's not just some continuation of the main narrative. This is something personal, okay? We have waited for months. I have waited for months. Who am I kidding? We are finally going to take back our daughter. We have spent so much time over the patches wondering when the game would circle back to her. Rover, lock in, bro. Your daughter, bro. Where? And now that we're high concentration void space to find her, it feels like the story is finally landing, you know? Looking at the Exo Strider itself in the trailer, it looks like the design looks a little bit concerning. It has got this black and red color scheme, and so in a way it kind of implies that it is under the control of the Fraxidus. I mean, this is just a theory since they do use these colors as their signature. And let's be clear, while the first anniversary of Wuthering Waves happened in a filler patch, the 3.3 update is the complete opposite of that. We are literally going to confront a Drenodian threat once and for all. Apparently, the threat is so nuclear that if it breaks loose, Lahai Roy wouldn't be the only one having a problem. We are dealing with the survival of all of Solaris. In some way, it feels like a proper milestone for the second anniversary. There's also this one moment in the trailer that I just can't stop thinking about. It is a small detail at the very end of the trailer cinematic, but when the male and female rovers' voices are overlapping, telling Aleph 1 that right now you are dealing with me.
Right now, you're dealing with me.
Cold! That is so cold, bro! Like, we went from a flatly voice-acted
You're not going anywhere.
to this absolute peak moments, bro. Are you seeing how powerful our main protagonist has become? I mean, if we're getting this now, who knows about the actual strength Rover has that we haven't even seen yet? It is those kinds of subtle details that make me think Kuro is cooking for the actual long run. But listen, Solon and his associate here said that they can't give away too much crumbs, you know? And so if what we're getting right now is considered just crumbs, can you imagine how insane the full meal would be? I just really can't wait, bro. I'm just so excited. But other than that, we are getting a whole new region, the Dimmer Plains. Now, I'm gonna be honest, at first glance, it is indubitably hard not to draw comparisons to Elden Ring, mostly because of the really obvious massive tree sitting right in the center. But what we are having, the Solvane Heartwood. This tree has a galaxy-colored orb sitting in the middle of it. It looks like the heart of the area, you know? The thing keeping everything running while the rest of the world is decaying. And instead of a golden glow like in Elden Ring, it feels more like a post-apocalyptic galactic-looking area. Seems like even gravity doesn't seem to work the way it is supposed to, because there is like massive chunks of rocks just hovering in the air, which apparently usually happens when the void matter energy in this world gets too thick. I mean, it's a total mess for anyone trying to walk around on foot, I am sure, but it creates a perfect stage for a new traversal mechanic. Kuro is finally letting us fly again. I mean, we used to be able to fly anywhere, but ever since 3.0, we were pretty much stuck on the ground. Of course, we got a motorbike to compensate, you know, so it didn't feel like much of a loss because, well, it's a goddamn motorbike. It is cool as hell. But now they have literally put wings on our motorbike, becoming a central part of how you explore the region in this update. I am saying this quite calmly, but like, this is such a big deal, man. From the footage alone, it is really hard to not get excited for next patch, because it just looks like we're getting bangers after bangers after bangers. And with this new flying motorbike mechanic, they are introducing aerial tracks and stunt mechanics as well. Because why fly if can't style? You know what I'm saying?
Well, how about next time you get a board that can handle the neutron style? Later, Nick.
Even the exploration
Bro.
permanent are actually helping people restore these things called void bane elder trees, and as you do it, you see real in-game results. Civilization starts coming back to places that used to be dead and corroded. It makes me feel like I'm actually fixing the world in a way, you know? I mean, I am the hero of the story after all. Spoken like a true self-insert glaive. Jesus Christ. But speaking of heroes and stories, we have the new characters, and the contrast between them is incredibly fascinating, at least to me. First, there is Hiyuki. She is the sole member of the Special Response Force, a wanderer who inherited a fragment of the Sentinel's power named Suzu. From that moment forward, she bears the responsibility of keeping the region safe. They showed off a couple of her idle animations, but my favorite one is where she cuts a chunk of ice and makes it animal-shaped. In my opinion, it looks incredibly cool. We have seen and talked about the attack animations and how ethereal she looks in my last video, so make sure to check it out. But one line in my knowledge that was not shown before, and is actually the most banger line, is this one.
May the sakura incinerate. Burn this self away.
God damn, that was hard. We got to learn about this character, but I am actually down to make another dedicated video for her just for the complexity of the character, you know what I'm saying? But gameplay-wise, she specializes in applying something called Glacio Chafe. You remember those elemental debuffs they added like a year ago? They introduced Spectral Frazzle for the likes of Phoebe and Zani, Aero Erosion for Kartatia and Chakona, and now we have Glacio Chafe, with Hiyuki as the first character that has it. When she ults, unleashes her Bankai, and basically she she gets into flow states. Apparently, this also has overworld effects, like in the area that was shown in the live stream. The snow gets thicker and higher. It is snowing. And I don't know about other regions, but we will have to see. In this flow states, her basic attacks are basically Sanhua ults. And there is a moment shown in the live stream where it looks like she has a parry mechanic, or is it more of a dodge counter mechanic? I have no idea. But personally, I cannot wait to solo hologram bosses with this character and die multiple times trying. Her weapon is called Frostburn. I mean, I love the name so much. It just fits the character so well. Cold at the surface, warm at the heart. Crimson and Sakura-ish colors. It has aura, like literally the sword has aura. And by the way, we're getting like weapon gacha convene animations right now. Not just that boring weapon pull anymore. I mean, sure, why not? I'll take it, right? I love how the game keeps improving even on the smallest details. And then we have Dinia. And Dinia is a lot. All two of them at the same time. On the surface, she is a credit score obsessed overachiever who never skips class. But the live stream and the story drops these massive hints that she is actually quite sinister. You know, chat, if Dinia was a content creator, she would be Saikuno.
Have you seen the memes? Have you seen the memes about me? Posting them should be a crime.
She's like that trope where she is the harmless looking low XP person, you know what I'm saying? And she is secretly the one with the most broken, overpowered technique. She's gonna slide in your DMs, acting like she's the best girl. And then she's gonna farm you, lil bro.
All right, one red flag, but you're still pretty hot.
Her idol animation literally has her making origami gingerbread men play a death game. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. But the most confusing part about her is her elements. Classic Kuro games, am I right? Looking at her attacks, they are watery, bubbly, and purple. You swear that she was a Hava character. I mean, we have a whole character that has similar bubbly water attacks with jellyfishes that has a Havoc element. But no, Dinia is actually fusion. Basically, the fire how is it fire at all? I mean, obviously, it is fire in a good way. Like, yeah, it looks good. But how is this literally fire? During her burst, she has this alternate personality where her bubbly version completely disappears and a much darker version takes over. She has a whole different attack animations. And this makes it look much more sense about her fire or fusion elements. After filling up her forte, she can do her second ult, which not only deals damage, it creates a black hole in the field. Obviously, it wouldn't be completely broken, like actually engulfs anything that goes in it, but it does create a crowd control effect, sucking them all in the middle part of where the burst was done. Even her weapon, Forged Dwarf Star, the design is a lot to take in. Like, there are very creative things like the keys that also acts as a cage for the teddy bear inside it, origami people, and literally black hole looking galaxy holes coming out of the teddy bear. It's just a whole lot, but it looks very cool. I dare say the best designed weapon in the games. And you know, usually when a gacha game hits its second anniversary, the file size is so bloated, it starts to feel like you're sitting next to queso. But Kuro Games finally listened after months or even years at this point of just constant feedback about their memory optimization. They have introduced a resource cleanup feature, and it lets you delete the data from story quests and map environments you have already finished. The developers said that if you are caught up on everything, you can shave off around 37 gigabytes. That amount of memory freed up and having really good graphics? Hey, sign me up, brother! Speaking of good graphics though, there is the frame generation. This is the most surprising thing for me because usually developers wait for the big companies like Nvidia or AMD to provide the tools for this. But Kuro apparently got tired of waiting and listening to the same feedback over and over and over again for months and decided to build their own solution for both PC and mobile. Trick where the game creates fake frames in between the real ones to make the movement look twice as smooth. The fact that they did this themselves shows a level of engineering independence and just sheer dedication to please their players that most studios that just don't have. They are also lowering the barrier to entry for new people to start playing. The initial download is now down to about 28 gigabytes. In an era where some mobile games ask for 60 or 80 gigabytes before you even see the title screen. This is a massive W for the unemployed. A patch where they are not just focused on keeping the whales happy, they are making sure the game stays accessible. Speaking of keeping people happy, they are bringing back the absolutely peak gameplay experience game mode, Depths of Elusive Realms.
What the heck?
Which is easily the most loved event in the game. All the systems we like are back. Plus, we are getting those cute Nami pawns again. New exploration scenarios, obviously more newer resonators will be available to play. Solon Lee, I am begging, please, just make this a regularly updated thing, please. I really love this game mode, and it never gets old for me. They announced that certain stages will have adjustable difficulty systems. This is why they're my goats! You know, at launch, when you reach endgame in Elusive Realms, you are basically a god, immortal, massive damage, attacks like an Asian mom that found out her kid got a B- in mathematics. You have the option to struggle now and have so much bragging rights when you complete it in the highest, hardest level possible. Another W for the dungeon mains. On top of that, the event list is huge. Like, when I say huge, I mean like the gap between my paycheck and the money I spend on these gacha games. Like, massive. Mini games like Cute Derby and Star Bouncing. There is a Void Matter Blocks event, which is basically in-game life-threatening Tetris. Kind of like Tetris if it was being played in Squid Games. And for the combat fans, there is a combat event for you to enjoy. They even added a new hologram boss, Sigilum. We're gonna be fighting Rover. Dev's Listen moment has never been truer in my life before. I say that until we talk about what we're getting for the anniversary, because that is where we go downhill. Are you ready, middle-aged people? We are finally addressing the elephant in the room. I mean, the conversation has over the internet. Just Smack posted a podcast of content creators talking about the live stream. You may have seen the community tearing itself apart over whether this is the best patch ever or the worst. Anniversary in history, or both at the same time. But I'm looking at this unbiasedly. Both sides have a point. If we look at the rewards alone, like regardless of the peak absolute cinema changes and additions.
अटैक मोड में आप अपनी परेशानियां डाल सकते हैं, लोग भी आपके अटैक मोड मेंबर्स प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे और हम भी भैया प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे। कहाँ डालते हैं भैया अटैक मोड के तुम्हारे? हाँ, अटैक मोड में ऐप में या वेबसाइट में जहाँ पे अटैक मोड है आपको वहां पे मिल जाता है। बहुत इजी टू फाइंड है। बाकी बताओ काम कितना किया, फाड़ो कि नहीं फाड़ो, अपनी जिंदगी में इतने खतरनाक रूप से आगे बढ़े हो कि नहीं बढ़े हो भाई, कितने घंटे पढ़े हो नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखो। जिससे काम नहीं होता भैया, अटैक मोड में बीइंग पावरफुल सिस्टम में कितना काम किया नीचे लिखो। जितने अटैक करते हैं तुम्हारा तो लिखना बनता ही बनता है, नहीं तो तुम्हारे घर में आके मुक्के मारूंगा मैं। भगवान कसम तुम्हारे घर में आ रहा हूं मैं शाम को, अगर काम नहीं किया अभी जाओ काम करो। ये भाई की प्रॉब्लम आई है। बेसिकली प्रॉब्लम यही है भैया, हमारी जो गर्लफ्रेंड है वो रील्स लाइक करती है जिम इन्फ्लुएंसरों की, जो जिम जाते हैं लौंडे उनकी। अब वो स्टेरॉइड्स लगाए हो ना लगाए, उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है भाई, कॉन्वर्सेशन ही बेकार है यार वो। अब आपको क्या करना चाहिए, पहला धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़ते हैं, कंटेक्चुअली इसको देखते हैं। पहले कंटेक्चुअली इट्स वेरी मच द सेम। जो लड़के लड़कियों की रील लाइक करते हैं, भावना में बिहेवियर में सेम चीजें हैं। तुम्हें बुरा महसूस हो रहा है, थोड़ा सा हो सकता है खतरा महसूस हो रहा हो कि भाई अगर इसको यही सब पसंद है भाई तो ये इन्हीं टाइप के लड़कों के साथ जाएगी। यहाँ पे 3-4 प्रश्नों से शुरू करते हैं जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। पहला प्रश्न है कि भाई तुम्हारे रिलेशनशिप में फेज क्या है, तुम्हारे रिलेशनशिप की कम्युनिकेशन लेवल क्या है, तुम्हारे रिलेशनशिप की गहराई क्या है, सामने वाले इंसान के साथ तुम्हारा जो कम्युनिकेशन है उसमें बुद्धि कितनी एग्जिस्ट करती है। यानी कि जब तुम लोग प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हो साथ में तो कितनी मैच्योरिटी दिखती है, कितनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिखती है, कितनी रिस्पेक्ट दिखती है एक दूसरे के लिए। हर कोई इंसान को पहले तो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में कभी मत डालना। हम सब जीव हैं, हम सब के अंदर 5000 फ्लॉज हैं, हम सब के अंदर 5000 चीजें हैं जो सामने वाले को हो सकता है पसंद ना आए। तो ये चीज समझो भली भांति, जस्ट बिकॉज तुम्हें एक बिहेवियर दिखा है, हो सकता है जैसे तुम्हें आपत्ति आ रही हो, इसका मतलब ये नहीं सामने वाला दुश्मन है। इतनी जल्दी नाव से कूद के हमला करने की जरूरत नहीं है जीवन में। थोड़ा सा शांति लाओ, रिवर्ट करो जो भी प्रश्न मैंने पूछे हैं, क्योंकि इंसान पर्सन टू पर्सन है। 50,000 दुनिया में लोग हो सकते हैं, लड़के हो सकते हैं जो कि भाई इंस्टाग्राम में मुझे नहीं पता भाई 500 तुम्हारे शोज आते हैं जहां पे पता नहीं क्या क्या दिख रहा है, तुम वो भी देखते हो, तुम रात को खतरनाक तुम्हारे नाम भी रटे हुए हैं, तुम अपने पार्टनर से प्यार भी करते हो, लॉयल भी हो, मेरी बात समझना। तो तुम्हारे दिमाग में हो सकता है एक डिफरेंशिएशन है कि इसका रियलिटी से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। अगेन मैं तुम्हारे पार्टनर को नहीं जानता, मैं यहाँ पे थ्योरीज बिल्ड कर रहा हूँ। तो ये भी एग्जिस्ट करता है। मेरे कहने मतलब ये है कि भाई जहाँ पे एक इंसान फॉर एग्जाम्पल गंदी पिक्चरें देखता है, लेकिन वो देख रहा है एक हेल्थी लिमिट में, यानी कि भाई हफ्ते में एक बार आपने देख लिया और आप उसको रियलिटी में नहीं घुसा रहे हो। इस क्वेश्चनिंग के हिसाब से कुछ चीजें जो आपको देखनी चाहिए, पहला है फ्रीक्वेंसी कितनी है। एक इंसान ने 2 लाइक किए हैं पिछले 3 महीनों में, 2 लाइक किए हैं पिछले 3 हफ्तों में, या 200 लाइक किए हैं, मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ पे जितने लोग भी देख रहे हैं, आप क्लियरली 2 डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज में पुट करोगे इन दोनों लोगों को, जिसने 2 लाइक किए होंगे या 200 लाइक किए होंगे, या फिर एक तीसरा इंसान होगा जिसने 3000 लाइक्स हैं जिसके 2 हफ्तों में। ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट डिस्टिंक्शन है। रेट ऑफ लाइकिंग क्या है, किस इंटेंसिटी से इंसान की ये वांट है उसके अंदर। अगर आप देख रहे हो कि भैया उसके फॉलो में भरे हुए हैं, यही चीजें उसने पता नहीं कितने लड़कों को फॉलो मार रखी है, गोरे, चाइनीज, जापानीज, ब्लैक, इंडियन, रिगार्डलेस, जैक्ड जिम वाले लड़के भरे हुए हैं उसके उसमें, और वो करती रहती है लाइक्स, और हो सकता है उसका वर्कआउट से भी कोई लेना देना ना हो सकता है वो जिम भी नहीं जाती है, तो ये भी नहीं कह सकती वो कि मैं जिम वर्कआउट के लिए कर रही हूँ। सिमिलरली लड़कों में भी अगर तुम देखो, अगर तुम्हारा बॉयफ्रेंड है, तुम्हें दिखता है भाई किसी ने उसने किसी एक्ट्रेस की एक पिक्चर लाइक कर रखी है भाई मेट गाला से, लेकिन मेट गाला या जो भी हो उसमें जो कपड़े पहन रखे हैं, आप कहोगे कि इसमें काफी कुछ रिवीलिंग है लेजस से, लेकिन एक वो लाइक और एक इंसान जिसने 400 या 40 प्रोफाइल्स को फॉलो कर रखा है जिसमें सिर्फ कंटेंट ही है, उसमें जमीन आसमान का डिफरेंस है। तो पहले चीज ये रखते हैं, पहले तो इंटेंसिटी देखो, इंसान का इंटेंसिटी ऑफ इन्वॉल्वमेंट क्या है इस चीज में, इस एक्टिविटी में। लेट्स जस्ट से इंटेंसिटी ऑफ इन्वॉल्वमेंट है 6 आउट ऑफ 10 या 60%। अब आए सेकंड चीज में, वो है ये इंसान का दिमाग कैसा है, पर्सनालिटी कैसी है, बिहेवियर कैसा है। यानी कि जब तुम इंसान से बात करते हो, समझदारी में तुम्हें कैसा महसूस होता है। तो तुम्हें यहाँ पे एक चीज कर रही है, तुम्हारी जो फॉलोइंग कॉन्वर्सेशन है ये 2 चीजों पर डिपेंड करेगी लार्जली। पहला, ये इंसान कितनी बुरी तरह से इस रिलेशनशिप को प्रिजर्व करना चाहता है। दूसरा, कॉग्निटिवली इस इंसान की प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स कितने अच्छे हैं। प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि इंसान सुनेगा तुम्हारी बात, समझेगा पहले, उसको कंसेप्चुअली बिल्ड करेगा अपने दिमाग में कि प्रॉब्लम क्या है, फिर उसको एनालाइज करेगा, फिर वो हो सकता है एवेलुएट करे बेस्ड ऑन कि भाई कितना फेयर है कितना अनफेयर है। लेकिन इंसान पहली चीज क्या करेगा, तुम्हारी पूरी चीज समझेगा, सुनेगा गंभीरता से, भाग नहीं जाएगा एकदम से, ऐसे नहीं कहेगा तो मुझ पे अटैक कर रहे हो। तो ये 2 मार्क बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग के दौरान तुम्हें अपनी प्रॉब्लम को फ्रेम ऐसे करना है, तुम जो ये कर रहे हो इसको एक सिमुलेशन के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखो। अगर मैं पूरे दिन बैठ के इंस्टाग्राम मॉडल्स को लाइक करता रहूं जो कि क्लियरली तुम जैसे दिखती हो वैसे नहीं दिखती, तो पहली चीज मैं इनडायरेक्टली क्या कम्युनिकेट कर रहा हूं, इनडायरेक्टली मैं कम्युनिकेट कर रहा हूं कि मेरी फैंटेसी है, जिस चीज को देख के मैं टर्न ऑन होता हूं, जो क्लियरली सेक्सुअल नेचर है, उसका तुमसे कोई लेना देना नहीं है। दूसरा, एक रिलेशनशिप का कोर अग्रीमेंट होता है कि भैया सेक्सुअली अब हम एक दूसरे के हैं, जिसे हम लॉयल्टी कहते हैं, फिडेलिटी कहते हैं, इसीलिए इनफिडेलिटी चीटिंग को कहते हैं। फिडेलिटी का एक कोर प्रॉमिस है कि भैया सेक्सुअल अट्रैक्शन हमारे तुम्हारे तक सीमित रहेगा। अब दुनिया में कुछ 100% तो होता नहीं है, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि भैया दूसरे लोग सुंदर नहीं है, ये नहीं कह रहा हूं। ऑफ कोर्स दुनिया में लोग सुंदर एक्सिस्ट करते हैं, बट मैं अपनी सेक्सुअल प्रेजेंटेशंस, मैं अपने सेक्सुअल एक्सप्रेशंस बाउंड कर रहा हूं और एक्सरसाइज करूंगा अपनी रिलेशनशिप के अंतर्गत। जब कोई इंसान फ्रीक्वेंसी जिसकी बहुत हाई है, 1-2 लाइक्स की बात नहीं हो रही है, 20-30-40 लाइक्स की बात हो रही है, 20 लाइक्स की बात हो रही है, तो तुम प्रैक्टिस करो एक बिहेवियर जहां पे तुम क्लियरली कह रहे हो भाई हमें ये पसंद है सेक्सुअली, मुझे तो ये पसंद है सेक्सुअली, मुझे तो ये पसंद है सेक्सुअली, जो कि मैं नहीं हूं। तो भाई ये एक इनर फॉर्म सिमुलेटिव चीटिंग है, ये एक सिमुलेशन में चीटिंग है। हर कोई लड़का भी जो अगेन एक हेल्थी होता है, जैसे कि आप लड़की भी करती हैं, ये कोई भी इंसान एक होता है भाई हफ्ते में एक बार आपने कुछ देखा, आपने हिला लिया, लेकिन इसका जिंदगी से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। एक इंसान जो हर रोज कुछ ना कुछ देखता है अपने पार्टनर से छुपा के, और लेट्स से पार्टनर को घंटा कुछ नहीं पता, वो मैं समझ सकता हूँ सिचुएशन जहां पे पार्टनर को पता ही ये करता है, मुझे कोई परवाह नहीं है, पार्टनर की कंसेंट है, वो अलग चीज हो गई। लेकिन अगर आप एक रिलेशनशिप में छुपा के करते हो तो कहीं ना कहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम तो है आपकी रिलेशनशिप में, आपके बीच में अट्रैक्शन खत्म हो चुका है, या आप कभी अट्रैक्टेड थे ही नहीं उस इंसान से, या आप दूसरों पे अट्रैक्टेड हो। और जो आप कर रहे हो ये आपका मोस्ट प्रैक्टिकल अटेम्प्ट है जो आपको रियलिटी ऑफर करती है, यानी कि बिकॉज आपको रियलिटी में कोई मिल नहीं रहा तो आप यहीं तक ही सीमित हो, तभी तो इतना ज्यादा कर रहे हो। अगर आपको कोई ऑप्शन मिले तो आप चीटिंग भी कर लोगे, क्योंकि सिमुलेटिव चीटिंग तो चल रही है या सिमुलेटेड चीटिंग, तो वो इंसान भी इस वक्त जो कर रहा है वो एक काइंड ऑफ सिमुलेशन के अंदर हम कर रहे हैं, जहां पे हमें जितने ऑप्शंस वर्चुअल रियलिटी में मिल रहे हैं हम उनको दिखा रहे हैं कि भाई हाँ मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए। अब इसका कोरिलेशन क्या है रियल बिहेवियर से? क्वेश्चन ये आता है, ये जो आप दिखा रहे हो इसका ट्रांसफरेंस क्या है रियलिटी में जब ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल होंगे? ये आपको पूछना चाहिए, सोचना चाहिए, सोचने वाली बात है। लेकिन तुम्हें समझाना है अपने आप को रख के सेंटर में कि भाई अगर मैं ये काम कर रहा हूं, मैं अगर बहुत हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी में दूसरी लड़कियों को, इंस्टाग्राम मॉडल्स को, ओएफ मॉडल्स को के लाइक करता रहा हूं, क्योंकि दोनों सेम ही हैं, कैटेगोरिकली दोनों सेम हैं, दोनों अपना शरीर बेच रहे हैं, तो मैं क्या सिग्नल कर रहा हूं? इनडायरेक्टली मैं ही सिग्नल कर रहा हूं कि मुझे मेरा पार्टनर नहीं चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए। ये कैसे तुम्हारे पार्टनर को हर्ट नहीं करेगा? तीसरी चीज, रिलेशनशिप का एक और कोर एग्रीमेंट होता है कि भैया आप वो बिहेवियर नहीं करेंगे जिससे पार्टनर को चोट पहुंचती है। इसमें कंडीशंस हैं ऑब्वियसली, जस्ट बिकॉज पार्टनर को चोट पहुंच रही है मतलब ये नहीं कि हर बिहेवियर भी गलत है, हर कॉन्टेक्स्ट के अंदर रीजनेबल होनी चाहिए। यहां पे आपका जो पार्टनर हर्ट हो रहा है उसका रीजन बहुत हद तक वैलिड है। यहां पे कोई भी लड़की जो अगर देख रही हो कि उसका बॉयफ्रेंड है, अगर वो इंस्टाग्राम पे मॉडल्स को लाइक करता रहता है, वो भी हर्ट होगी। लड़कियों को कल्चरली अगर आप देखो, बचपन से ही उनके वेट, उनके शरीर, उनके बॉडी के बारे में, उनकी खूबसूरती के बारे में स्पेशली टोका जाता है, कमेंट्स दिए जाते हैं, सेल्फ कॉन्शियस फील कराया जाता है। ये कल्चरल स्क्रिप्ट्स हो गई। तो अगर कोई लड़की जो ऑलरेडी बचपन से ही भाई इसको आपको सुनाया है, उसकी माँ ने सुनाया, उसके बाप ने सुनाया, उसको पूरे शरीर के लेके, उसके अगर उसका हल्का सा वेट ज्यादा था तो उसको लेकर टोका गया है, उसकी वजह से हो सकता है किसी को खाने की प्रॉब्लम हो, इंसान सोच रहा था मैं ज्यादा खा रहा हूं, मैं कम खा रहा हूं, बॉडी इश्यूज हैं, और फिर तुम्हारा लेट्स से बॉयफ्रेंड है जो बैठ के इंस्टाग्राम मॉडल्स को लाइक कर रहा है, जो कि हो सकता है एआई जनरेटेड हो, क्योंकि आजकल तो 50% इस वक्त तुम जो मॉडल्स देख रहे हो वो एआई जनरेटेड हैं। तो आप ये कह ही नहीं सकते कि भाई वो लड़की लेट्स से जिसके दिमाग में ऑलरेडी बॉडी इश्यूज थे, फिर वो देख रही है इसको तो ये पसंद है, इसका तो घंटा मेरे से कोई कोरिलेशन नहीं है, मैं लगती ही नहीं हूं ऐसी बिल्कुल भी ना। मेरे पास टाइम है भाई दिन भर बैठ के मैं जिम जाऊं, फिटनेस एथलीट बन जाऊं मैं, और फिर बैठ के दिन भर लेगिंग्स पे अपनी पिक्चर ऐसे पोस्ट करूं, वो भी टाइम नहीं मेरे पास। मेरी ये प्रायोरिटी भी नहीं है। मे बी मेरी प्रायोरिटी है हेल्थी रहना जिंदगी में, मैं हेल्थी हूं भाई। एक बात समझना, जिम में एक नार्सिसिस्टिक गोल्स हैं और एक हेल्थ बेस्ड गोल्स हैं। हेल्थ बेस्ड गोल्स का रेयरली कोरिलेशन है नार्सिसिस्टिक जो आप देखते हो इंस्टाग्राम पे। बहुत ज्यादा लोग जो आपको इंस्टाग्राम पे दिख रहे हैं, जिनको आप समझ रहे हो ये जिम बॉडी और ये सब, उसका हेल्थ से बहुत कम लेना देना है। एक्चुअली बहुत अनहेल्थी लाइफस्टाइल है उनका, जो तत्व वो अपने शरीर में डाल रहे हैं पर खचुड़ा दे रहे हैं वो अपनी बॉडी की लॉन्ग टाइम में। लेकिन ऐसा दिखने के लिए अभी लड़का लड़की दोनों की बात कर रहा हूं, जो इतने ट्रीटमेंट चल रहे हैं, इतने ज्यादा फिलर से लेके सर्जरी से लेके स्टेरॉइड से लेके पता नहीं क्या क्या चल रहा है, जिसके आपकी हवाइयां उड़ जाएंगी जो जो चल रही हैं, जो आप इंस्टाग्राम में देखते हो उसके पीछे का सत्य जान लोगे, दिल दहल जाएगा आपका कि इंसान कितना रुपया खर्च कर रहा है ऐसा दिखने के लिए। क्योंकि कंपटीशन ऐसा है ना, कंपटीशन ऐसा साइको लेवल पे, वो क्या करें, वो भी फिल्टर का टाइम भी भाई 5 साल पहले बात करते थे हम लोग, 10 साल पहले फिल्टर तो कब के जा चुके हैं। हाँ, इसमें ये बात ही नहीं है कि लड़का स्पेसिफिक है कि लड़की लाइक कर रही है, या लड़की स्पेसिफिक है कि लड़का लाइक कर रहा है। कोई भी इंसान को बुरा लगेगा, क्योंकि बीहड़ अनरियलिस्टिक रियलिटी है भाई इंटरनेट पे। तो उससे कौन कंपीट करेगा? इंसान अपनी जिंदगी में यूनिवर्सिटी जाए, नौकरी कर ले, स्किल अपना अपग्रेड कर ले, अपने कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स अपग्रेड कर ले, कुछ नई चीजें सीख ले, या तुम्हारा बॉयफ्रेंड भैया ये करे। हेल्थी एक गोल हो सकता है जो सबका होना चाहिए, हेल्थ गोल नहीं है ये। और मोस्ट लड़के जो आप देख रहे हो सब स्टेरॉइड्स पे ही हैं भाई। कोई टीआरटी ले रहा है 20-20 साल से, तो अब टीआरटी लग जाते हैं लड़के। ऑनलाइन सोशल मीडिया पे कौन नहीं ले रहा टीआरटी इस वक्त? जो भी अपनी बॉडी बना रहा है, द रेशियो जो है वो 10:90 होगा। 10% है जो नेचुरल है, 90% भाई या तो छुपाते हैं, या 80-70% ओपनली बता रहे हैं भैया हम हैं, पेप्टाइड्स ले रहे हैं, ये ले रहे हैं, वो ले रहे हैं। तो भाई उससे कहां कंपीट कर लोगे? मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है, कोई बनता है इंडियन इन्फ्लुएंसर में, मैंने सुना है, मैं घुसता ही नहीं हूं, मुझे कोई मतलब ही नहीं है, बट यहाँ पे बहुत झूठ बोलते हैं लोग कि हम तो कुछ लेते ही नहीं है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपका काटना आसान है इंसान का। यहाँ पे इंसान बहुत भोलू है, सत्य बात है। भारतीय इंसान इन जनरल मैं ये बात बोलूंगा, इवन तो जनरलाइज लगेगी स्टेटमेंट, बट बहुत भोलू है भाई। वो दिल से सोचने वाला आदमी है, वो मानता है, उसको कुछ भी बता दोगे वो मान लेगा, और फिर वो गालियां भी बक देगा, सबको गालियां बकेगा, लड़ेगा वो तुम्हारे लिए बैठ के। अगर तुम्हारी गर्लफ्रेंड भैया इंडियन इन्फ्लुएंसर ही अगर उनको भी देख रही है, उसको कौन समझाने वाला है? और ये आर्गुमेंट कर रहे हैं क्यों कि तुम्हें उनको गिराना है बता के कि ये रियलिस्टिक नहीं है या कुछ भी नहीं है। बोलती हूँ भाई, एट द एंड कोर में ये बात आती है कि भाई तुमको ये बात उसको ऐसे समझाना है कि इसको डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव से देखो। पहला सिंपल सी बात यह कि भाई मैं ये नहीं हूं रिलेशनशिप के अंदर। अगर तुम्हारी ये बहुत खतरनाक बिहेवियर है कि तुम्हें ये चाहिए और तुम बैठ के इस तरह के सेक्सुअलाइज कंटेंट में एंगेज कर रहे हो, तो ये इन अ वे तुम शायद मे भी रियलाइज नहीं कर रही थी। एंड ये हमेशा इंसान को दो मैलिस, पहला अजम्पशन नहीं होना चाहिए, इग्नोरेंस से स्टार्ट करो। मे बी एक इंसान सोच नहीं रहा था, तो मे भी कम्युनिकेट करो, फिर देखो कि भाई वो कहाँ लाई करता है। इमीडिएटली एक्यूजेटरी नहीं होने की जरूरत है, अक्यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं है। डिस्कस करो कि मुझे एक बात कहनी है यार तुमसे, प्यार से ही बात करो, चाय बनाओ, आराम से बैठो साथ में, ये बात कम्युनिकेट करो कि भाई मैं प्यार से बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं कोई अटैक नहीं कर रहा, मैं कोई अक्यूज नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं शायद तुम्हें कम्युनिकेट करना चाहता हूँ। ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट इंट्रोड्यूस करो कि सामने वाले को ये ना लगे कि मुझे इसको डिफेंड करना है इमीडिएटली। कॉन्वर्सेशन को तुम्हें आर्ग्यूमेंट में नहीं बदलना, और इसको तुम अपने पर्सपेक्टिव से भी रख सकती हो कि अगर भाई मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, तुम अगर देखती हो मेरी पिक्चर, मैं बैठ के ओनली फैंस मॉडल्स को बैठ के लाइक करता रहता हूँ, एक टाइम में तुम भी कहोगी कि तेरे को चाहिए क्या लाइफ में भाई, क्योंकि मैं तो ऐसी लगती नहीं हूँ, अगर तेरे को यही चाहिए भाई तो मेरे को क्यों बुरा फील करा रहा है। बहुत जेन्युइन बात है ये, क्योंकि मैं ऐसी नहीं लगती, ना मैं ऐसी कभी लगूंगी, और ना मेरा कोई शौक भी है, मेरी लाइफ की प्रायोरिटी भी नहीं है, और तेरे को अगर यही चाहिए भाई तो फिर यही कर लेना। इन कंक्लूजन मे भी कहो कि मुझे बुरा फील नहीं कराता, कहो कि मुझे अनकंफर्टेबल फील कराता है। सेकेंडली, ये ऑब्जेक्टिवली अनफेयर चीज है। सेकेंडली, ऑब्जेक्टिवली ये रिलेशनशिप के रूल्स के विपरीत है। एक दो लाइक्स की बात नहीं हो रही अगर यहाँ पे। तीसरा, ये तुम्हारे खुद के दिमाग के लिए होना चाहिए। ये कॉन्वर्सेशन के बाद अगर तुम देखते हो लेट्स से इंसान ने सब कुछ अनफॉलो कर दिया, उसके बाद कभी वो पलट के वहां पे गया भी नहीं, और तुम एल्गो चेक करते हो तो एल्गो भी चेंज हो चुकी है, क्योंकि उस इंसान को समझ में आया कि हाँ यार जेन्युइनली ये सही चीज नहीं थी। और ये तुम्हें लीवे देना है हर इंसान को। यहाँ पे जितने लोग भी सुन रहे हैं, अगर आप ऐसी जगह पे हो, ये मत सोचो अगेन कि अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स कैन बी एक्सप्लेन बाय इग्नोरेंस, एंड वो तुम्हें देना चाहिए कंसिडरेशन पहले इंस्टेंस में। लेकिन अगर उसके बाद कंकरेंटली तुम देख रहे हो कि वापस वो बिहेवियर वहां पर जा रहा है, वो बिहेवियर एक्चुअल में चेंज नहीं हुआ, तो मैं कहूंगा अपने दिमाग में बेटर है निकल लो, तुम जा कहां रहे हो। ये अब आता है फंडामेंटल क्वेश्चन। अगर फंडामेंटल क्वेश्चन आ रहा है कि भाई मेरी एक लॉन्ग टर्म, मुझे जिंदगी में एक लॉन्ग टर्म पार्टनर चाहिए, मैं रिलेशनशिप में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूं, धोती खोल के जान डाल के काम करना चाहता हूं एक चीज में, क्योंकि मैं उसको कुछ बिल्ड कर रहा हूं, तो प्लीज वहां पे एफर्ट डालो ही मत जहां पे पता है महल गिर जाएगा। वो बिल्डिंग बनाए क्यों रहे हो जो कि ध्वस्त हो जाएगी। अगर तुम्हारे को क्लियर सिग्नल्स दिख रहे हैं, आप समझो इस चीज को, अगर तुम्हें क्लियर सिग्नल्स दिख रहे हैं, तुम्हारे पास कॉन्क्रीट डेटा है, लॉन्जिट्यूडनल डेटा है, यानी कि ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम तुम देख रहे हो कि भाई इंसान वापस ये चीज करता रहता है, इस इंसान का अलग बिहेवियर है, भाई इसको जाने दो, अपने दिमाग को चेंज करो, और बेटर है इन्वेस्ट करो किसी दूसरी चीज में या दूसरे इंसान में। और एक बात बता रहा हूँ, करोड़ों इंसान है, चीज को जनरलाइज मत करो। यहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग होंगे जो कहेंगे सब ऐसा ही होता है वैसा, मत सुनो बकवास लोगों की, तुम उनको भी नहीं जानते हो। सिंपल सी बात, जिसको नहीं जानते, जिसके जीवन का एक्सपीरियंस क्या उसको नहीं जानते, जिसके जीवन का लैक ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस क्या जिसको नहीं जानते, उसकी बात क्यों सुन रहे हो। तुम्हें क्या पता उसकी बातें कहां से आ रही हैं, उसको कितना फर्क पड़ता है। तुम्हें वो दे गया एक राय जिसको सुन के तुम इंटरनलाइज कर गए, वो भूल भी गया एक सेकंड बाद, वो अपनी लस्सी पेल रहा है बैठ के। लोग लिटरली अच्छी शादियों में दूसरे लोगों को राय देते हैं कि भाई शादी बर्बादी, और खुद शादी में रहेंगे और शादियों के सारे बेनिफिट्स रिसीव करेंगे, अपने पार्टनर को क्यों नहीं छोड़ दे रहे फिर वो। अगर शादी ऐसी ऐसी ये चीज देखते हो तो बहुत होती है, क्योंकि वो इंसान मजे में कर रहा है, उसकी हो सकता है फितरत हो कि दूसरों की चीजें खराब हो, तो वो नेगेटिव राय दे रहा है सबको। शादीशुदा आदमी तो राय दे रहा है जिंदगी में कभी शादी ना करना, तो भाई छोड़ देना, तू क्यों है, राय को अपनी खुद पे अप्लाई करना। तो एक चीज समझना, जिंदगी में हर इंसान तुम्हें जो राय दे रहा है, जो दिखने में लग रहा है अच्छी राय दे रहा है, मे नेसेसरली बी अ वेरी बैड एडवाइस, कॉन्शियसली, इंटेंशनली, क्योंकि वो राय दे रहा है, अपने पे नहीं लगा रहा। राय देना तो फ्री होता है ना, फटेगी तुम्हारी फटेगी, सोचना इस चीज के बारे में। इसलिए रीजनिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, डेटा बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, डेटा बैक्ड होनी चाहिए चीज। कितनी ज्यादा डेटा उसने लगाया इस चीज को बोलने से पहले, मेरे बारे में कितना जानता है इंसान, मेरे बिहेवियर के बारे में कितना जानता है इंसान, जिस इंसान के बारे में राय दे रहा है उस कितना सुना उसके बारे में इसने, कितने सारे उसने क्वेश्चंस इन्वेंट किए जिसके द्वारा मुझे दिख रहा है कि ये सोचा है। ना जान ना पहचान, उसने राय फेंक दी तुम पे, जीरो डेटा बैक्ड राय है, जीरो कंटेक्चुअल रियलिटीज को लेना देना है, एक ओवर जनरलाइज्ड राय, और वो निकल लिया तुम्हें देखे, तुम लगा के अपनी चीथड़ा करवा लिए। एक चीज समझना, इसलिए बहुत सारे कमेंट सेक्शनों में लड़के गालियां बक रहे हैं इस वक्त, और लड़कियां बहुत सारी जो लड़कों गाली बक रही हैं, इनसे बहुत दूर रहना। तुम ये फेसलेस नेमलेस लोग हैं, गलती से भी ये जो बोल रहे हैं मत सुनो, इससे तुम्हारा कोई लेना देना नहीं है। तुम इस इंसान को जाने हो, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर इसके अंदर कुछ क्वालिटीज हैं और कुछ परेशानियां हैं जैसे तुम्हारे अंदर हैं। अब तुम इसको बेहतर जानते हो हमसे, इसलिए मैंने तुम्हें पूरा एक बैकग्राउंड दिया बहुत लंबा, इसको सोच समझ के आगे बढ़ो। और अगर तुम्हें लॉन्ग टर्म एक पैटर्न दिख रहा है जहां पे भाई तुमने बात कर ली इस इंसान को, और इस इंसान को क्लियरली उस पैटर्न में फर्क नहीं पड़ा कि तुम्हें बुरा लग रहा है, तो वो एक्शन से दिखा रहा है ना कि उसको फर्क नहीं पड़ा तुम्हारे बारे में। एक तरफ मैं तुमसे प्यार करता हूं, दूसरी तरफ मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता तुम्हें चोट लगे, मेरी डिजायर ऊपर है तुम्हारे चोट के, तो वो इंसान एक दिन तुम्हारे को छोड़ भी देगा अपने डिजायर के फुलफिलमेंट में, क्योंकि क्लियरली वो एविडेंस दे चुका है कि मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ा। मे बी रिलेशनशिप इतनी वैल्यूएबल नहीं है मेरे लिए, मे बी मैं बस डेटिंग फेज में हूं, और डेटिंग फेज से मेरे इंटरप्रिटेशन है कि भाई हम सिर्फ डेटिंग कर रहे हैं, ये कहीं नहीं जा रही। लेकिन तुम डेटिंग फेज में नहीं हो, तुम एक रिलेशनशिप बिल्डिंग फेज में हो, जहां तुम रियलाइज करते हो, जहां बेबी कि बाय डेटा की ये कहां जा रहा है कि मे बी मुझे भी ऐसा इंसान ढूंढना चाहिए जो रिलेशनशिप बिल्डिंग फेज में आना चाहता है। इस तरह के वीडियो से तुम देख भी सकते हो फीचर्स क्या है उन चीजों के। वन ऑफ द फीचर्स है कि भाई हम रिपेयर करते हैं चीजों को। याद रखना कोई भी इंसान परफेक्ट नहीं है, इसे एकदम से जज मत करने लग जाओ। हर इंसान को अपॉर्चुनिटी दो, अपॉर्चुनिटी देने के बाद इंसान कैसे बिहेव करता है वो है असली डेटा। गलतियां सबसे होंगी, हम सब इंसान है भाई, गलती लेकिन जब एक्सपोज होती है तो उसका बिहेवियर क्या है, उसको रिपेयर करता है वो इंसान, कहता है कि हाँ बात सही बात कही, मैंने सोचा नहीं था, मैं रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेता हूँ इस बिहेवियर की। तुम्हारी कितनी केयर करता है इंसान, इस रिलेशनशिप की क्या वैल्यू है इस इंसान के दिमाग में। और लॉन्जिट्यूडनल लंबे टाइम में फिर देखो कि ये जो बकवास अभी इसने करी वो ये निभा रहा है कि नहीं निभा रहा। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा ये है कि लॉन्ग टर्म में अगर वो बिहेवियर रिपीट हो रहा है बार बार, तुम्हें भी वो बकवास कर रहा था इंसान, उस बकवास की कोई वैल्यू नहीं है। बाकी अगर किसी का भी दिल टूटा हुआ है भाई, मूव ऑन 100% उठाओ, नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन में मिल जाएगा, पिंड कमेंट पड़ा है, दिल टूटा है, रुआंसे रहते हो, भुला नहीं पाते हो, किसी को अभी तक भुला नहीं पाए हो, रिजेक्शन मिला था, वन साइडेड लव है, जो भी है, अगर निकलना है 100% निकलना है इस चीज से, अगर डिसाइड कर लियो तो उठा लो। तुमको पूरा वो आर्किटेक्चर दिया, स्टेप बाय स्टेप बताएगा कैसे निकलना है, तुम्हें क्या एक्सरसाइजेस करनी है, कैसे आगे बढ़ना है, सारे डिफेंसेस कैसे पैदा करने हैं, सब कुछ उसके अंदर दिया है। उसको उठाओ, आगे बढ़ना शुरू करो।
As one who's in Texas, I will tell you, Little India smells like shit. Oh, I knew that. Of course it does. We knew that. We could have guessed that. This video in particular, which is called I Expose Texas's Indian Invasion by Tyler Oliveira, wasn't recommended to me in the Discord, but I've been seeing clips of this video pop up all over my Twitter feed. So I figured we would actually watch a full video as opposed to a bunch of clips just to see what's going on.
This is Frisco, Texas, a once quiet farm town turned home to one of the largest and fastest growing Indian communities in America.
Where are you from?
India.
From India?
I'm from India.
South India.
I'm in H1B.
I'm into IT. Motherland India or Texas, USA?
Obviously, Motherland India.
Obviously.
Obviously, Motherland India.
As the Indian population exploded from 3% to 33% of the population since the year 2000, many Texans.
Oh my god! 3% to 33. It's even larger than I thought. I thought it was a 20%. I thought it was 2 to 20%. It was 3 to 33%. 33%. 33%. We did some research earlier, and there are more Hispanics in Texas than there are white people. So, if the Indians continue to grow in size, it's gonna be a war between the Indians and the Hispanics. Unless Frisco, Texas is in the northeastern part of Texas, so unless a tornado comes and picks up all the Indians and puts them somewhere else, they're just gonna keep growing.
What?
What would you call that? Like a curry tornado or something. A curry nado. Shit nado? Oh damn.
An Indian invasion. But how are all these Indians coming to Texas? And is Frisco the only town in Texas where Indians are seemingly spawning out of thin air? I pulled up to the Frisco Town Hall meeting to witness the clash of heritage Texans and their new Indian neighbors.
We need more or less H1B people here?
We need a lot less.
Why?
I got laid off 20 years ago. I worked in IT. I have 2 master's degree. I was making over $100,000 a year. They said, you're too expensive, we're going to hire Indian. But I haven't been able to find a job in IT since, and it's really sad.
And you know what? I don't have another home in India. I don't have another home in Bangladesh. I don't have another home. I can't move to Somalia. I won't be able to live there. I'll die. This is my home. The devil would say, well, you're racist. That's racist. According to the devil's dictionary definition of the term, I am racist.
There's been a takeover.
That guy is us, by the way. He's so us.
In Frisco of the Indian population and a lot of concerned citizens, and I'm leading the way asking questions. And I made this because corporations own Frisco. I'm a lifelong Texan turned T-Mobile whistleblower. I started talking about H1B because T-Mobile uses H1B to employ foreigners while they're laying off Americans right down the street.
Okay.
You know, the Indian population in Frisco has exploded 33% of the population over the past 20 years, a 4,510% increase. And you know, there might be a lot of people here that are coming here legally, but there also seems to be some red flags with the H1B visa program. And the question is, are Indian people people using that to bring people over.
So you're telling me Frisco's...
Okay, first of all, see that guy? He can properly articulate his thoughts. He is so well spoken. I need to work on that. I want to be more like that guy. Holy smokes. I'm over here like... I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Maybe one day I'll also be a T-Mobile whistleblower who's well-spoken.
Turning into Little Mumbai at this rate?
That's what people like to call it these days.
Woman
I'm
debuff?
America first. I'm pro-American.
USA.
Yeah,
USA.
I think it's a good sign. People whoever has done the fraud, they should be brought to the justice. And I'm now running for the Justice of Peace in Texas.
Justice of Peace?
Yes.
What's your name?
Martin Paretti.
Martin Preti.
Yeah. I want everybody enjoy the life, but at the end of the day, we want to do it right.
My beef isn't with the Indian people. It's with the system that are allowing them to do what we are experiencing here.
Is there sufficient talent in America? Do we need infinite H-1Bs, so to speak?
We do have enough talent in America.
Okay.
I strongly believe because you know, the Americans landed on the moon when all of these H-1Bs even born.
To be fair, we did borrow a few Germans.
You see, we got a lot of natural citizens also became Americans, right? So they're also getting laid off.
Do you think there should be a strong limitation on the number of H-1Bs?
I am advocate for the
H-1Bs?
limiting the H-1Bs. India is a great country. We respect pluralism, and most of Indians, they enjoy the American part of the American society. And I know you guys like the Indian food a lot too, right?
This is true. I do enjoy tikka masala.
Yeah. If we turn away...
He mentioned it. Tiki masala. Tiki masala. I don't eat their food, guys. I don't enjoy their food. It just looks like slop to me. But tikka masala, it's all right. Okay. I don't eat it.
From God and the Word of God, if we worship these Indians, these Somalis, if we just give everything to them, willing to cut your own throat, we'll die. Yeah. H-1Bs are the scapegoats. The employers, those are the people who have to investigate it. You know, even in one of my friends told in...
But the employers being Indians themselves and then bringing in the H-1Bs, oh my God.
Dallas, you know, most of Indians, they'll follow the practice, the caste. If you're not in the same caste, they will let you go. It's happened in Dallas.
So casteism is happening here in Texas?
Yes, absolutely.
I have my heart for all immigrant people, but man, we got to do it the right way.
I want to ask you, infinite legal immigration, though, will still alter the fabric of any place, right?
Correct.
Would you be a proponent?
No. We need pause. We need a pause. I think we need to pause, like, all immigration. We can maybe accept a few Europeans here and there, maybe some Germans,
What?
maybe some Poles, but we got a problem. We got a serious problem in America that needs to be solved first. Let's pause.
Of infinite legal immigration?
Don't understand it quite what you're saying, but yes, I mean, if it's done legal, if it's done the right way, yes, because to what I've seen, countries have been blessed when immigration is involved. You know, when you got different kinds of groups involved, doing it the right way, following the rule of law, I think it's a good thing.
But if the law has allowed Frisco's Indian population to go from less than 2% to almost 20% Indian in the last 20 years, turning Frisco into a majority-minority city, is the intent of these work visas bringing Indians to America to support our labor force or to replace it altogether?
This is insurrection. This is the overthrow of the United States government, which is why 20 million people walked across that border. I can't go to Somalia and live, or Mexico. This is my home, America. The H-1B visas, we don't need them. We don't, not right now. Someday, but not now.
And now, as of late 2025, T-Mobile USA opened a global technology hub in Hyderabad, India that employs thousands of Indians while they're laying off Texans and Americans. They've even sent Americans to go train these Indians in India. T-Mobile USA could have easily opened up this technology hub in the United States of America, and they could have ran it out of one of the 2 Frisco offices on Warren Parkway. On top of that, T-Mobile spent $81.5 million on salaries for H-1B employees in the United States in 2025. All salaries that could have went to Americans. Is it a coincidence that T-Mobile has a new Indian CEO as of November last year?
Oh, fuck. It's all making sense. Oh, shit.
Probably not. We are the entrepreneurs, high-skilled professionals, fueling the tech and medical corridors that make our Cotton County a national leader. In Frisco, you will find us serving in our churches, seeking peace in our temples, practicing charity at our mosques. We are guided by timeless wisdom that transcends borders.
Indian Americans play a crucial role in Frisco's growth. Many work in high-demand fields.
It's always such a disappointment to see children take the podium on anything political. It reminds me of this one video I watched where a bunch of trans people were advocating for their city to be a safe space, something like that. And they had a kid, a young kid, take the stand and advocate for trans people. What the fuck?
People here are trying to control the rights of others, and that's not right. We should make Westeros a sanctuary city for trans people. Everybody deserves to feel safe, and everybody needs to feel safe.
Why are kids getting into politics? They need to go be, I don't know, digging up worms, building sandcastles. Another reason to repeal the 19th, that's what the child spokesman pandering is targeted at. Repeal the 19th? I hear that very often. I hear that often. Kids don't have opinions. They say whatever they were told to say, kind of like leftists. Damn. I don't know, left or right. You get a lot of people on the right who are the same way, to be honest. We can't put it all on the left. You get some people on the right too that are tarded. Let's be honest. Let's be fair. Let's be fair.
Such as technology, healthcare, engineering, finance, and entrepreneurship.
My name is Shri. My name is Ardav. My name is Siddharth. Hi, my name is Mathila. Hi, my name is Anvika.
Indian Americans make up.
Wait, aren't you that woman who's known for hating women? What? No? Where did that come from? I actually advocate for not hating women because it's not productive at all. Gender wars is always cringe, and it's just a symptom of a larger issue. Just anti-leftist women? I am anti-women with bad opinions. That's it. That's pretty much it. Unfortunately, there are a lot of women with bad opinions currently. They've just been misled. Hopefully one day things will change and they too can change. That's usually how it goes. Let's work on changing the opinions at the top, and then the women will change as a response. So we're getting there, right? We're getting there. Slowly but surely.
Indian Americans make up 1.6% of the population, but are responsible for $200 billion in taxes, have the lowest crime rate. And over the last couple of years, we've seen some of the greatest polarizations in the history of America. People are upset. The American dream is alive and well here, and it's not because the streets are paved with gold, it's paved with the ingots of possibilities.
Every person in this room right now, their ancestors have come from a different country, a different continent. Despite these positive contributions, Indian Americans sometimes face discrimination or hate.
I urge the council and the residents
Tim, thank you for the prime sub.
that divides residents based on what or where they came from.
Let me be clear here. There has been no credible evidence presented to any widespread HMD visa fraud in this city. Today, many Indian families are living in fear.
Replace it with reality. Unqualified Indian and Muslim workers scamming Americans out of jobs, stealing tax dollars, and destroying our nation in Texas. And the funniest part, if these were truly high-skilled Germans or Poles, we'd welcome the net positive. Instead,
What was that reaction? Hold on. What was that reaction? The slow blink swallow.
Americans out of jobs, stealing tax dollars, and destroying our nation in Texas. And the funniest part, if these were truly high-skilled Germans or Poles, we'd welcome the net positive. Instead, we get low-quality scammers with fake degrees, abusing our systems meant for generational Americans.
And America is an idea. It lives in the hearts of all of us, the 243,000 residents of Frisco, and I say this with love. Thank you all for being here.
He said America is an idea. Do you agree with that?
I think it's more than an idea. And I made sure that, he made a point that the Indian population in America is 1.6%. Well, in the city that he's running city council, it's 33%. So it's pretty obvious that there's a problem going on here.
Let's say we have infinite legal immigration. Is it better than illegal immigration?
It's funny because we've almost been tricked. We've been marketed this thing where
We believe it is good to import people for jobs that we can't sufficiently do. We built the jobs. You're telling the people who built the jobs we can't do the jobs. So it almost sounds like scam. Well, they threaten them with the H-1B visa and they hold that over their head because if they don't work a certain amount of hours, they won't sponsor them. So they can't threaten you with being able to go back home because your home is in America, like the United States, if you're an American citizen. So, and they can just work them to the bones.
So I headed into the heart of Frisco to speak to some of these elite H-1B engineers we've imported from India to save our economy from our unqualified, lazy American labor force.
There is the Karya Sidhu Hanuman Temple, the god of courage. Where are you from?
I'm from Andhra Pradesh. From Karnataka. I'm from India.
South India. Hyderabad? Are you from Hyderabad?
Yes, I am.
Really?
I'm from Chennai.
Are you here on like H-1B?
No, right now still I am my student visa.
I see, like F1.
Yeah, yesterday the H1B results got rolled out, so I'm just waiting for my decision.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on F1. Waiting for the same results.
Are you anxious right now?
Let's hope for the best. I work in a company, software company.
Wait, okay. Can we get some cathedrals? Can we get some of those? You know, we got the Mormon temples and stuff like that. They're pretty cool looking. Can we get some cathedrals going? I know the Europeans got them. Can we get some more of those in America, please? I don't want to see Indian temples. Yeah, let's wipe away the brutalism. Disgusting.
And are you H-1B?
Yes. So if I get my H1B, I can stay here for more 5 years.
What happens if you don't?
I still have my time, like almost 2 years from now.
2 more years.
So maybe I need to try for different visa or else like go back to India then.
I'm an H1B.
H-1B. Did you come here as H-1B?
No, I studied here.
So F1, OPT, H-1B? Okay, it seems like that's the common pipeline. Come here as international student, get green card?
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what I did.
Have you seen the new wave of people from Telugu?
A lot of them, yeah.
A lot of them?
Yeah, lately, yeah.
How long you been in the States?
Around 10 years.
Are you on H-1B?
I graduated.
Okay.
And I'm working right now.
Okay. Are you like on F1 visa? I see. Why did you end up here in Frisco? Did you have friends and family here?
Yes.
Okay.
This is actually my uncle's.
Uncle's restaurant?
Yeah.
Your goal to go from F1 to OPT to H1B?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Motherland India or Texas, USA?
Obviously, motherland India.
Obviously.
This is infuriating to watch. Yeah. Well, this is just a small portion, too. This is just a small piece, right? It ain't just Indians.
Obviously, motherland India.
Their loyalty lies with their motherland. Motherland India.
Land is India because I'm born and bought there, grow here, and I'm here to serve the US. So I can say that the second land of for me is US because I'm getting here the US give me the respect, job, and the good opportunity.
Obviously I'm planning to go back to India. So
Your daughter, is she a citizen of the US?
yes, she is.
Okay, so you're gonna bring her back to India one day?
Anchor baby?
Whoa, that might be challenging for her. Hyderabad or Frisco, Texas more?
Hyderabad, of course.
Hyderabad, of course. Then I have to ask, why are you here in Frisco?
I had to. Feels like I'm still in my hometown.
Hey, Powder, what would you call someone who only wants one race to live in a country and for one religion to be only one race, one religion? I could think of something. Sucks to see, you know? Because I totally feel for that older guy earlier where he was laid off and they hired an H-1B because they can pay him. They can pay the H-1B like doo-doo instead. And it gets worse. Like, the quality of work is worse. I can speak to this personally because my mom talks to me about it all the time. How her company got rid of a lot of people on her team, hired a bunch of offshore people and H-1Bs. And my mom talks about how it is just so difficult to even communicate with these people. And the type of work that is outputted is significantly lower than those of the people who were previously on her team. And it sucks. Very sad to see.
Really?
Everybody from my hometown here is
Wow. So you moved all the way from Hyderabad, thousands of miles away,
to Hyderabad.
to Hyderabad in Texas. The India Bazaar is right there. I want to see if we can find some F1 students in this 7-Eleven. And secondly, I want to see
Oh,
the moment
yeah.
I walk in
A
there, how
7-Eleven.
we met with an
A 7-Eleven! Of course he... Dude, that is where you will, if you're ever looking for an Indian person, just pull up to a 7-Eleven. Promise you're gonna find one, and he's gonna be the cashier.
Being cashier. Hello, question for
There
you.
he is.
Are you on an F1? Are you an F1 student? Yeah. Okay, are you H1B? Yeah. You're H1B? Yeah. Working here at 7-Eleven? Yeah. Okay, where are you from? India. Where in India? Andhra. Andhra? Yeah. Is that close to Hyderabad? Yeah, I'm going to call my manager. Okay. So, you work in IT?
What the?
Yeah, I work in IT.
He's calling the
I'm
manager.
working with the Walmart.
Jesus. Oh shit. He's calling the manager. Uh-oh.
Here.
Okay.
As a software engineer. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm into IT. I work for a company.
IT?
Yeah, yes.
I knew it.
I do work for IT.
IT. Why do they dominate IT?
Just dominate IT because they have a master's degree in computer science. They study back in India.
Okay.
They complete
They get it from the
engineering,
Leering
and that's how
Center.
They just dominate. I'm a student.
Student right now?
Yeah.
And you work in IT?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, are you F1 visa holder? So as an F1 visa, how many hours can you work per week?
40 hours.
And is it legal to work full-time on an F1 visa?
Yes.
That's a nice cheese string right there. Who would have thought? Chicken tandoori pizza before GTA 6. Well, Frisco has become Dallas's unofficial Little India. You can find H1B Indian spawn points all the way up in small Texas towns like Argyle, Texas. Okay, we're in a little Indian suburb near Denton. We're in Argyle, Texas. Lots of Indians. But how did they get...
That neighborhood looked like Vivarium. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but these suburbs where the homes all look the same, something very uncanny about it.
Indian suburb near Denton. We're in Argyle, Texas. Lots of Indians. But how did they get here? And why are they in this small, semi-rural suburban town? You gotta tell me, as a Pakistani, why are there so many Indians here?
I don't know. They come on IT.
Are a lot of F1s working here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Illegally, right?
Illegally.
Illegally. I knew it.
They don't even pay right amount for these people, you know.
How much?
They work hours and hours. They pay low here.
They pay low here. Should I expose them? Who's the manager here? Is there a manager? Are you the manager? Are you the manager?
You have a permission.
Yeah, I have permission. I'm here to ask you, are you paying F1 students illegal rates?
No students here.
No?
Everybody has a
You have paperwork?
Yes.
Yeah, you pay them legal rates? Are you sure?
Yes, sure.
Do you own the store?
I'm the manager.
What visa are you on?
I'm on a work visa.
On a work visa. H1B?
I have a work visa. I don't want to reveal.
I was told on good authority there may be some F1 employees here being paid under the table illegal rates. That's what I'm asking you. Is that true or false?
Sir, this is a busy time.
Is it true or
so
is it
we
false?
can talk outside.
Where are you from?
Hyderabad.
I'm from India. Hyderabad. I'm from Hyderabad.
Is that Hyderabad?
Yeah. In India.
But in a different city.
What visa are you on? F1 student? Yeah. What do you study?
Computer science.
I'm on green card.
Do I need to specify that?
Yes, if you could. Oh, you don't want to? Why?
That's my wish.
I see. I imagine you're on not an F1 if you're working, right?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm a TN visa.
I'm permanent.
Okay, so your green card.
Yeah.
Would you prefer India or USA?
US is good. Why not US? That's why I'm here.
Is your wife here?
No, yes, here. But
Well,
yeah.
Is she on?
Of course they prefer America. Look at all the shit we built. And how beautiful it is. How nice it is. You don't see people flinging poop at each other. No poo-poo in the street, no poo-poo in the rivers. Not yet. But India is bursting at the seams. There's a shit ton of people there.
Is she?
Not yet. I say not yet because you get enough. You get enough people who need to go poo-poo and they're gonna go find a place to poo-poos. There are billions. Yeah. Yep.
She's on the same green card with me.
Same green card. And do you have kids?
Yes, sir. Yes.
And are they here?
Yes, they are here. They're going to school.
Okay,
Everything is
so-
good. They're born and raised here. Everything is good.
Oh, born and raised here?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you work in?
Software.
Engineer?
Software.
Software engineer. Did you get a college education in India or the USA?
India.
Yeah, I work in IT.
IT. Why are Indians so good at software engineering?
That takes a lot of math,
Brain power?
physics.
I came here on F1, but then I converted to H1. And
So you came on F1 and then graduated to H1?
Yeah.
How hard was that process?
It was cool actually.
I'm from Canada.
You're from Canada?
Yeah.
So you came from India to Canada.
He's from second India. Can India? Now to... Oh, shit. God damn it. Canadians. You just couldn't keep them. What gives?
To Texas. Yes. Most people who come here on an F1 have the intention to get an H1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that's fraudulent?
No.
No.
Because it is valid that you can convert from H1 to H1. That is the reason most of the people come here.
But isn't F1 just for people who are coming here to study and not to work?
Yes.
So do you think it's a bit of a fraud to come here to study and then end up...
Go back too.
Did you go back before you got the H1?
No.
Okay, so you came here on F1.
Yes.
And now you're...
TN.
Are they getting paid legal minimum wage in Texas?
Here no F1 students working.
No F1 students?
All I have work permit. We have all work permit students. Sorry?
F1, H1B, O1?
I have a work authorization.
I know you
My
do.
employers have all work authorizations.
So you're not employing any F1 students? On the record, yes or no?
No.
You promise me?
Yes.
You would swear to God?
Yes.
Swear on your mother's name?
Why you are asking like that questions?
Obviously, the H1B is a non-immigrant visa. When will you be going back to India?
We are thinking to go soon, but we are not sure what date.
And how have you liked Texas thus far?
It's good. I like US. I like India more. That is the reason I'm trying to go back. Basically, at the end of the day, our family is important, right? Our family is in India, so we need to go back to India.
I see. Are you married here?
Yep.
Is he also on H1B?
Yes.
So 2 H1Bs, and do you guys have children?
Yes.
Were they born and raised here?
Yes.
Do your children have Indian citizenship as well?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I told you, right?
Is that the mom?
Come with the legal, okay? I can show all my employee information with the date.
Let's see.
I don't want to.
Okay, you're going to show me the paperwork or what?
Who? For me?
Me.
No, you don't have to right to come inside. Okay?
I just did.
You can just outside.
Why don't you just show me the paperwork and I'll be on my way? Do you illegally pay F1 students, yes or no?
No.
No. Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. I hope not.
Yeah.
Hi, man. When I asked him to swear on his mother's name, he postured up. I thought he was going to throw down. I thought I was going to get punched for the first time in my life by an Indian. So this is a meme right now. Please be patient, student driver. It's a kind of a joke, a meme online because there's so many of them. Are you a student driver?
No, I'm not.
Why do you have the student driver sticker?
No, why are you taking video?
We're doing a survey for people that have student driver stickers.
I'm not a student.
It's such a simple question. Why is it so hard to answer? Why is there a dent in the car? Why is there bird poop on the car? Oh my god.
Before I am a student driver, so I kept it. I forgot.
There we go.
Society really need to just take the Sam Hyde approach. The moment a foreigner starts to talk about what it means to be an American or how we Americans need to run our country, just call them a slur. We don't accept your opinion on...
Yeah, well, they just guilt you. They guilt trip you. They avoid all the problems that you present, and they guilt trip you because they will tell you what it means to be an American and how America is a melting pot, and that's why I should be allowed to come here and just hire people under the table. I don't even know if hire is the right word, but just pay people under the table and just bring in more and more and more and more people that are not loyal to America. They're loyal to another country. They're just reaping the benefits of what Americans have built. Ugh. Disgusting.
Before I am a student driver, so I kept it. I forgot to remove it.
How old are you?
30.
I have a sticker which I put it inside
You have a student driver sticker?
That's for my girlfriend, sir.
Come on. So your girlfriend has a student driver sticker?
And she has a student driver license.
Is your girlfriend a little girl?
No.
How old is she?
She's about 30. She just started driving.
Good question.
Learning to drive.
I see. Did she know how to drive
Thank
in
you,
India?
Ghosty, for the sub.
I see. So it's a difficult translation over here?
Yeah, it's left to right and all that. So
Guys, I actually did not know this stereotype. The please be patient, I'm a student driver. Now, every time I see that sticker, I'm going to think that they're an Indian. And I will be looking over my shoulder.
she did her course 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Generally, it looks a little scammy.
Why the sticker? That's a great question. I don't know.
Okay. Is that your sticker?
Yes.
It is.
Oh my god, there it is again.
Why do you have that sticker?
My kid sometimes tries that.
I see. But if so many of these highly specialized H-1B Indians first came to America to study at our colleges and then stayed here until they got an H-1B visa to work, then why exactly aren't American students educated in the same schools qualified to work the jobs we've been told we need these Indians for? Are Indians some
somehow vastly more overqualified than every other nationality on the planet and therefore receive 70% of America's H-1B visas? I met up with Mavash Siddiqui, a U.S. Foreign Service officer with 21 years of experience in national security and foreign policy, who worked as a visa officer at the U.S. consulate in India to understand what's going on here.
I didn't know it was 71%.
I'm not representing any other entity. It is just me, myself, and I.
Cheap labor.
Speaking from my personal experience as a consular officer in India, which was 20 years ago. So an H-1B visa is a guest worker visa. It's a temporary status visa. You abide by the laws of the United States as a non-immigrant, and then your permanent residence needs to be in India, so you have to return back. When I served in India, my job was initially to basically focus.
But they never go back. They don't go back. There is no going back.
On what is known as non-immigrant visas, that it is
Thank you
a
for the
travel
hydrate.
document which is meant for temporary visitors. What I saw in terms of industrialized fraud was there was.
Sorry. My phone got fatigued and decided to fall over. We're good.
Systemic corruption and fraud happening because everybody and their mother wanted to go to the United States.
Dude, the Indian men at the gym, don't get me started, Powder. No. Please. Elaborate, because I don't know what Indian men do at the gym, and I'm quite curious now. They smell. Very smelly. I go into the locker room and it's a new biome. That's amazing. That is so funny. Powder, this video is so black, Billy. This is just the truth. It's just the truth. It's what's happening. What you gonna do about it, white man? It's honestly, this video is so demoralizing because I have to work so hard for a fucking chance and these people get it for free. I know. It is extremely frustrating. I hope a lot more people look at videos like this and understand how broken things are. And maybe they'll do something about it. Because this stuff will continue to happen. You got a lot of greedy corporate people at the top in the, C-suite that hire cheap labor. And they get rid of hardworking Americans because they cost too much. Paying an American a livable wage is too much money. Traders. Yeah, I agree. It's very sad.
In that jurisdiction of Chennai, we were mainly seeing a lot of fraud patterns come from Telangana, the Telugu community, and really ravenous hunger amongst the 16 to 45 years of age people to basically use the visa loophole in order to cut the line and actually emigrate to the US. So the intent was to come to the US, work here, find an avaricious lawyer, go to the Department of Homeland Security, you change your status from like a visitor visa to a permanent residence. This hunger and craving that I saw created this systemic, massive ecosystem of fraud. For instance, when I went as part of the fraud management unit to this place called Hyderabad, there is a huge back industry called Amirpet. There's a visa industry where you have storefronts after storefronts focused on basically creating fraudulent documents.
This looks like Idiocracy with all the advertisements on the television screen. Holy smokes.
A lot of F1 students, I'll give you an example. There were 400 of them and they all had the same bank documents, but they had the guts to present these documents which basically were fake transcripts, fake bank statements, and also, fake degree certificates or high school diplomas, etc. So it was industrialized in the sense there were factories, and they also had these storefronts saying green card would be possible within 6 months kind of thing. We were just like so overwhelmed that there was this pressure to issue, right?
And where was this pressure coming from?
The U.S. Embassy in Delhi had obviously a political appointee ambassador. This is during the George W. Bush days. And then we had obviously the consul general, but there were politicians who were pressuring, whether from the, South India arena or from Delhi itself, saying, you need to issue visas in order to make a better, stronger bilateral relationship happen. even if that individual is not qualified. At one point, we had this ludicrous pressure to say, if that person is not a terrorist, go ahead and issue thing. And so we started the system in Chennai to revoke H-1B visas where we saw a lot of fraud happen. The United States spits out 150,000 people a year. Amongst 800,000 students, you have 100,000 who've gone through this rigorous, like, computer science coursework, and then they're told they don't have an opportunity to work in our industry. But then you have these Indian H-1Bs come in with just a Microsoft certification. Some even had the guts to present us with graphic designing, which is very different from, taking C, C++, assembly language, SQL, third-degree calculus. That's very different. So it's just interesting how we had a very hard time revoking these, because it's not like a simple revocation. It's a bit of a uphill battle for a public servant or a consular officer to revoke those, where the burden of proof falls on me. After a long, grueling day of interviewing 200 people, you have a stack of these H-1B revocations that you have to type up and send to the Department of Homeland Security and say, this is why we suspect fraud, which means, you're providing pictures and documents and a narrative and et cetera, et cetera. We don't have that luxury of time. So I saw the cracks and I warned people.
Are these H-1B visa holders superior to Americans in every way imaginable?
Absolutely not in screaming letters, NOT. So that's the halo effect that they have benefited from, essentially because of, the Indian lobby. Everyone's benefiting in this whole, system, right? Like, there's kickbacks that everyone gets. The visa back industry is there. So people have created this narrative. It's almost like information operations against the United States, right? Where
we are somehow inferior to the labor supply in India. And I say India because 70% of the H-1Bs are coming from India.
Exactly, right? And there is a visa category that they could leverage called the O1 visa, if they were indeed those, super geeks or very smart people.
God.
But these are not exemplary individuals. These are run-of-the-mill people. But when they come here between the 16 to 45 years of age, and the ones who have basically taken the F1 visa route, and then they get sashayed into the OPT program, and then they get preferential treatment by the Silicon Valley managers and the various IT industry managers who are basically get seated in the H-1B managerial role. They would prefer their own Indian people, because it's not about...
It's crazy. Indian people prefer their own people. What a concept. What a concept. Honestly, blood boiling. Yeah. They prefer their own. Well. They prefer their own. It's not fair. And yet, I get a bunch of flack for preferring my own. That's not very fair, is it?
Well, because the Indians are the best and the brightest. Bribery is quite normalized. The sad part is I saw a lot of H-1Bs,
How racist of them.
as well as J-1s, especially physicians and others who have bought their seats into medical school, and you have 40% percentile on your score sheet. You're basically an F student, but you can get ahead. That sort of stuff does not jive with our values. Our values are very different.
Powder dude, the amount of people I know who can't get into computer science because of the H-1B is astounding, and these are above average people who will never be picked because of their race. Oh yes. Might as well get to start lying on your applications. The thing is too, is there are so many walls up now to get hired in the tech industry. You have to submit an application which will be crawled by bots. The bots are picking out a bunch of keywords. You're not getting an actual person looking at your applications. Also, I have heard that there is this big issue where you have Indians, these H-1Bs, they make bots themselves that will spam their applications out onto job postings and things like that. So one job post will get flooded with a bunch of underqualified people, and you are there manually typing in your bullshit and then submitting it, and it'll never get looked at. It's very sad. Sorry, blackpilling a little bit on the job stuff. You have to go above and beyond, essentially, or get really, really lucky. Lying is OP. I'm sorry. It's come to this, you know? It sucks to see and it sucks to hear. If you have someone who puts, you know, that they are non-white and they are willing to accept $40,000 a year for a job that would pay $100,000 a year, they're probably going to go with that person, even if their qualifications are lower than yours. I don't believe the quote from Greg Abbott was added in, but he is on record saying Texas will be a haven for Indians. Dude is literally turning Texas into a literal shithole.
As long as I'm governor of this great state, Texas will be a land for the Indian community, a land for Aboriginal.
That's what I'm saying though, is that you have you know, now there's more Hispanics than there are white people in Texas. So you're going to get a higher Hispanic population coming in, and then the Indians are coming in and they're rising in numbers. So eventually it's going to turn into Indians versus Hispanics, and they're going to duke it out because, you know, white people, white flight, right? They just run away. I don't think they're going to fight back. But yeah, it's going to be a spicy fight. The Spice War. The Great Spice War. That's what's going to happen.
Why can't we all just get along and make a curry taco?
You will back the tacos in the Battle of the Browns if I must. What is this, Game of Thrones? Battle of the Browns? It's gonna happen.
Minority American would have a worse chance to get into any of these big IT companies because the value system is different, where, you know, the H-1B manager would expect that these people that he's bringing in, whether he or she are bringing in, the idea is to get a cut from their salaries. It's almost like a pyramid scheme. It's like a kickback scheme. It's like pay skimming companies because the value would have a worse.
It's gonna happen.
Minority American would have a worse chance to get into any of these big IT companies because the value system is different, where, you know, the H-1B manager would expect that these people that he's bringing in, whether he or she are bringing in, the idea is to get a cut from their salaries. It's almost like a pyramid scheme. It's like a kickback scheme. It's like pay skimming, for instance. So nice quid pro quo system, and everyone's happy. No one outs the other. And that basically the IT manager does know that if he or she gets outed, then this person will lose their job. So it's kind of like an honor among thieves. So today, I don't know what things look like, but I'm aware, you know, from a lot of my colleagues who are currently working, that fraud has ballooned. So then you have like religious workers being invited on an H-1B. You have accountants being invited on an H-1B. These are not specialized skills. Teachers being invited. Our colleges and universities create these wonderful best and brightest computer scientists and computer programmers and engineers. After a 4-year college degree, we go through rigorous training. That holistic training that happens in the United States far supersedes what you find amongst the H-1B cloud.
And out of all the 50,000 plus visa applications, how many of those were?
You might as well just start marking under your race Indian, and, you know, get a filter or something. If you got to do a camera interview, get a filter. Learn how to talk in that you know, accent, and then get the job, and hope that you never have to talk to anyone you work with ever again once you get the job. Brown face incoming? Oh. Wait, did I just promote brown face? Oh shit. Oh well.
Legitimate.
There were, I mean, easily.
I'm just here to help you get a job.
That was my denial
You know,
rate.
I'm just get a job.
We created that gold rush.
I just want you to get a job.
H-1B Indians are used to suppress American wages. It all starts with this guy who needs some more cheap labor. To avoid the headache and cost of hiring an American, he outsources the job to an IT staffing company. This IT staffing company claims to have an army of high-skilled H-1Bs to fulfill the contract, all at a cheaper cost. And most of the time, these IT staffing companies will rent an office like the empty ones you're about to see, put that address on their H-1B's employees' paperwork, basically telling the government, don't worry, here's the office where he'll be working. But the reality is the IT staffing company won't use that office for anything and will send the H-1B employee directly to the client's worksite. The client gets cheaper labor without the responsibility of sponsoring the H-1B. The H-1B makes great money compared to what they'd make in India. They can work towards getting a green card in the US. And most importantly, they don't have to live in India. All green cards use that office where he'll be working. But the reality is the IT staffing company won't use that office for anything and will send the H-1B employee directly to the client's worksite. The client gets cheaper labor without the responsibility of sponsoring the H-1B. The H-1B makes great money compared to what they'd make in India. They can work towards getting a green card in the US. And most importantly, they don't have to live in India. All while the IT staffing company collects the spread between what they underpay their H-1B employee and what the client pays them. It's a win-win-win for underpay their H-1B. All while the IT staffing company collects the spread between what they underpay their H-1B employee and what the client pays them. It's a win-win-win for everyone but
The nose isn't big enough on the Amazon guy. Not accurate. Don't. I just want you to get it.
Client's worksite. The client gets cheaper labor without the responsibility of sponsoring the H-1B. The H-1B makes great money compared to what they'd make in India. They work towards getting a green card in the US. And most importantly, they don't have to live in India. All while the IT staffing company collects the spread between what they underpay their H-1B employee and what the client pays them. It's a win-win-win for everyone but
The nose isn't big enough on the Amazon guy. Not accurate. Don't like it.
American worker.
India number one.
Now let's go investigate these
Jump
genius
scare.
Indian IT staffing companies littered all over Texas. But real quick, I just made $100 by playing games on my phone. And no, it's not too good to be true. Let me show you. Free Cash is a free platform where you can actually earn money by playing mobile games, doing quick surveys, and more. And they've got a 4.8-star rating on Trustpilot, so you know it's legit. Here's how it works. You pick a game offer and start playing. Boom! My Free Cash balance just went up. And you can win more money by completing different challenges within each game. Challenges can be as easy as playing the game for up to 2 minutes and the cash rewards go up and up. I just made $10 for downloading Solitaire Cash on my phone.
My Free Cash balance just went up.
So you actually get rewarded. And you can cash out with PayPal, crypto, or even Amazon gift cards. To get started today, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen and you'll get a $5 bonus just for starting your first offer. It won't replace your day job, but if you're gonna play games on your phone, you might as well get paid for it.
You got games on your phone?
There is a single company, Qubits Tech Systems LLC, with 8 LCAs, all from this residential home. Bunch of software developers here making $51 an hour.
Yeah, this seems legit.
Hi there, worksite inspection.
Hey, who is this?
Hi there, this is Tyler. I'm here to conduct a worksite inspection. Am I speaking to Hari Madiraju?
It's not.
Huh? Sorry, you cut off there.
So I am not at home. So what is this? I am in the office. Who is this speaking?
Is there another worksite that you're working from?
Yeah, 4425
West Airport? Okay, so there's no one working from the residential address here?
Why do they work for the... Where is your home?
Excuse me?
What?
Where is your home? Do you live in your home or do you live in your toilet or somewhere?
No, I don't live in my toilet, sir. So I'm only asking because the LCAs state that this is the address. Is that not the case?
No.
So you don't...
Go to my workspace. Are you from government?
What kind of question is that? Do you work from your toilet? Do you live in your toilet? I can't take these people seriously at all.
No, I'm not from the government. I'm conducting an independent investigation.
If you're not for government...
Yes?
Work right now, I don't have any people, but you can go to the workplace and work there.
All right. We'll take a look at your office. Thank you. Some attitude. Yeah. But why would this guy file 8 LCAs with the worksite listed as his residential home? So we went to his office only to find a collaborative worksite and his completely empty unit. No one in their office. Hari Madiraju finessed us. Let's give him a phone call.
Please leave your message for 214.
You son of a bitch. And strangely enough, many of these ghost offices were often clustered in the same locations, starting with V4 Tech. V4 Tech.
What?
Very official. Okay, take a look inside. We see some sort of Eastern monk-like statue right there. We have an empty little meeting room in the back here. It's almost like...
How do you work from your toilet? That's a great question. I do not. But you wouldn't know, because I'm a VTuber.
No one's here. Who would pay thousands of dollars a month to rent an office with no signs of human life, locked during work hours in the middle of the work week, with no employees in sight? Hi, question for you.
Hi,
Do you know
Kishi.
where they're at? Your neighbors?
No idea.
No idea? Okay, thanks so much. A
It
little...
costs money to rent this place, and it's during business hours during the week.
It's a ghost office, a shell. They have paper compliance. They have the physical location. They can register their H-1Bs to, and then they can send them off to go work elsewhere. So V4 Tech Inc., completely empty. They should be here. Someone should be here. 420. This is going to be a good one. And there were more ghost offices all over this complex. All right, we got no sign on this one. Hello? Hello? They ever show up here? Yeah. I just want to ask you, do you guys actually have neighbors? Does anyone ever show up? That's a great question. It's a good question, right?
Why are you asking this question?
Because we're convinced that this is a body shop. They have paper compliance, and no one actually works out of here. There's like 9 separate units in this business complex. No one's here. These
Are you
ghost
ready?
offices. I'm ready. Yeah.
Is that on?
It's on. We're ready.
Correctly.
NG Talent Tech Group LLC, based
My
in
man.
this office, filed 23 LCAs, and there wasn't a soul in their unit. Everything was empty.
Hello?
Hello?
Knock, knock.
This one didn't even have a sign on the door. Talenton Technologies claims to have 6 H-1Bs.
It's so sad. You can just see how tired they are, too. Like, let's go back. Look at that. Are you ready? Oh, the fatigue is so real. Poor guy.
In this office, filed 23 LCAs.
He
and
knows.
There wasn't a soul in their unit.
He's so
Everything
over
was
it.
empty.
Hello?
Hello?
Knock, knock.
This one didn't even have a sign on the door. Talenton Technologies claims to have 6 H-1Bs. No one's here. In-office presence on the following days. Tuesday and Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Where were our elite Indian engineers and programmers holding the American economy on their shoulders?
Yeah, what?
IT, this is the best looking
Jake,
one
thank you
thus
so
far.
much for the sub.
11 H-1Bs. No one's here.
11.
Hello.
Where?
Hey, do you know if your neighbor's here?
I hardly see anybody over there now.
We think they might be running a body shop.
Oh, here in Frisco?
Yeah.
I get it.
What do you think?
I wouldn't be surprised. Last time I saw somebody here was probably 4 months ago.
4 months ago? That's crazy. Were they Indians?
Yeah.
They appear to be body shops. Basically, all I'm asking is, are there revolving doors of empty office complexes with a bunch of
And
Indians?
there's revolving people.
Revolving
So
people, different people.
We're in this unit here.
Okay.
The one next to us.
Okay.
People show up about every...
So you see a new group of people coming in and out of there?
And most of the time it's empty.
It's empty.
Like probably 11 months out of the year.
If you found out there were 10 body shops running out of this complex, what would your thoughts be?
It wouldn't surprise me. It just, the way that things are here in America right now, it just it wouldn't surprise me. Like,
You think we're cooked?
yeah, absolutely, yeah. It doesn't seem like Abbott really cares that much. Like, he's probably getting paid himself, so our whole government's cooked.
But to my surprise, we finally found...
He knows. He knows. He knows. It's cooked.
Found an office with an Indian inside, but the sign they had hanging in their office listed a different company than what they had filed under. Is this Grand IT LLC? You guys work here?
Yeah.
Is this a body shop?
No, it's IT service.
Are you guys a staffing company?
Yeah, IT staff.
Sweet. What's your name?
Sachin?
Sachil? Tyler. Good to meet you.
Tyler, what's the name of this place?
Grand IT LLC, right?
Grand IT LLC, and this is one more.
Wait, what's this?
Software guild. It's
So
IT
you
staff.
guys share offices or what?
No. Like,
So are you guys Grand IT or Executive
both.
Software?
We have both companies.
Both, okay. And you're not a scammer.
Oh, no.
Who was Executive Software Guild Inc. and who is this Prada dripped Indian? Where were the other
Prada.
employees? What do we got? We got a brand new TV right here.
Yeah, it's a brand new TV. It's like a regular meeting area.
Okay. And how many people work here?
6 people.
Okay. What are their names?
So, I mean, we have multiple people changing. We
Yeah.
have Vishnu, we have Madhavi, we have Hari. They are working directly from the client area.
And tell me some of the clients where the H-1Bs get staffed at. Are we talking like Verizon?
I'm gonna crash out. Dude, I know, I get it. Seeing the plastic wrap on the TV still, I would crash out too. Like, how have you not peeled that off yet?
Like Deloitte? Who do we got?
We work for multiple clients. We work for USAA. We also work for Verizon.
So I gotta ask, why would anyone print out LCAs and pin them on the wall?
I mean, if someone like a ICE department, we can just show them directly. If they come for any verification of the candidate,
Yeah.
we can show them, yeah, we are doing the certification or
And we have software developer. We have, who's this guy? What does he do?
Vishnu is the owner of the company.
Okay, he owns the company.
Yeah.
Okay, we got another sort of empty office set up here, and I like that quote, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. It's a good point. So why is it the Maryland labor law postings up there?
I mean, labor law.
And it's like the workers' compensation in Maryland. That's what I'm trying to figure out. All the Maryland paperwork right here.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I'm just asking questions, yeah.
we work for the Maryland state as well.
I see. So you guys do CPA for Maryland? Like, oh, you guys do like accounting too?
Yeah, accounting too.
That makes sense. And you're not lying to me?
Huh?
You're not lying to me?
No.
Okay, all right.
That's the reason we have posted all these.
I see. I would just think you would post like Texas, like
This Indian is
Texas.
so bright. He's brown! What are you saying? So bright he's gotta wear shades? No! That argument doesn't work here. What are you saying?
labor law and postings, you know, because we're in Texas.
Bye, Kotomi. Have a good day.
And why was there freshly unboxed furniture and appliances scattered throughout the mostly empty office? Not to mention, why was this on their wall? On our way out, I couldn't help but notice this 6-figure luxury car in the parking lot.
Oh, yo, I gotta ask him. One last thing. Is this your Range Rover? My man, don't be humble. Give us a quick whip tour. This thing's badass. See, that's
They love
proof of
their
the American
cars.
dream right there. The American dream is real, right?
The IT staffing business was clearly profitable, so we went to another cluster of suspected ghost offices.
Okay, so we have Slesha IT Inc. right there. There's a guy inside. Hi there. Are you working on behalf of Slesha IT?
Yes.
Okay, hi there. My name's Tyler. We're conducting a workplace inspection.
Okay.
Are the other 4 engineers that work here present today? Where are they?
In each room.
Oh, in each room? Can you show me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. How are you doing today? Okay, and who is this? Hi.
This appeared to finally be the first company with actual H-1B Indians on site working on their laptops as you might have hoped. While they are replacing American workers, I guess at the very least they're real.
Are you allowed to be in
The symbol of
You
peace.
guys let me in.
Who let you in?
Bro.
But you told some workplace inspection, right?
Yeah, I'm conducting a workplace investigation. Correct.
Then how are you inside a private?
I just knocked on the door and you guys let me in.
And we would like you to go and have.
And I'm heading out.
All right.
All right, 300 West Walnut Hill Lane, Irving, Texas. Let's go. Finding an Indian.
What is high old tiki masala?
In an office was like a needle in a haystack. Most of the time, my knocks were met with silence and a locked door. The American economy seemed faker to me by the second.
No one's here at either of the Pamela locations.
Margins for these IT staffing companies must have been enormous.
Hey, that
to
stuff's
rent
good, though.
offices purely to achieve compliance on paper for the labor condition applications they needed for their H-1B armies.
6 in-office
Hi, if you
LCAs.
record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
There should be 6 LCAs in that office.
And then I finally found another Indian whose story painted an even bleaker vision of the future.
Oh,
How many
no.
H-1Bs do we have in office today?
Right now we don't have any.
We don't have any?
Actually closing the company.
You're closing the company?
Yes.
Okay, so you have the LCAs on the while here.
Yes.
You guys are going out of business?
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear.
So
Okay.
basically, this is what happened, right? So
Yeah.
basically, we were in the business for almost 10 years.
Okay.
We filed all the H1s, but later on, like because of this AI and everything,
Yeah.
so we kind of, wrapping it up, everything, and then it's kind of closing off.
His entire H-1B staffing company imported from India was now obsolete as AI became increasingly advanced. As Americans were replaced by Indians, the Indians officers were beginning to be replaced by AI.
There is this misconception.
AI, always Indians, but now the always Indians are replacing the Indians? The clankers. They're taking their jobs.
Misconception that all the
It's civil
H1
war.
guys are like they are taking the jobs.
Yeah.
The only the thing what I wanted to explain is that these are not full-time jobs, right? So they are on a specialized skills. Only then they have those jobs and get it. But if you ask me, is there an abuse? Probably I would say yes. But then if you take the percentage of it, might be very less. And definitely what I would say is probably USCS investigating all the things. They have to do all the paperwork and everything good.
Countless offices were husks of their former selves. Perhaps the IT gold rush was over.
Worksite inspection.
With signs still on the wall.
Okay.
So ominous.
The paperwork on file led us on a wild goose chase to the back room.
Not a single piece of furniture here. The sign on the door. Empty room. Empty everything. Do the lights even work? Are they paying electricity? They are. We'll confirm at the front desk if anyone's renting this out. How are you doing? We're conducting a worksite inspection for Anand Pag Inc. Are they paying rent currently with you guys?
They've moved out like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Each ghost office left us with even more questions than we had initially. Where was USCIS verifying that these worksites were in fact legit and that these H-1B Indians weren't locked up in a basement somewhere being forced to code C++?
52 LCAs, 3 companies, 1 suite.
And nobody's going to be there.
Hi there. Is Synaptic and Cohash still in Suite 100?
Yes, they are.
Okay, is it a shared office?
Yes, it is.
A shared empty office. Why rent out your own entire office when you could share one with several other companies? This was even more cost effective.
Oh my gosh.
How much of the commercial real estate economy is propped up by companies like these renting out units to have a worksite on paper for their H-1B employees that are nowhere to be found?
Worksite inspection. Worksite inspection. This country is all an illusion. No. So they should have 4 people working.
Thank you for the
on site.
hydrate.
Do we have anyone here today? No one? Okay. So you pay them $20 a month to get an office space in the ether, maybe a mailbox. So you have paper compliance. But where are these people working? In the digital mailbox? In the cyberspace? Where are these Indians? This country is a joke, and you're living in it, and you're paying for it. Look at this.
I'm the clown in a clown world. Instead of Barbie girl in a Barbie world, I'm just a clown in a clown world. It happens. Yep. I don't want to be a clown. I want to be a Barbie girl.
Fully empty. Move right here. We have Sapnex LLC. 3 companies are registered to this location. Looks to be a completely empty office. Nothing in there. Take a look. Emptiness is all I can see. We have 4 H-1Bs. And
It's
guess who
so
comes back?
bleak.
Shand Parvathaneni, our same attorney, is the recurring thread. He's threaded into many of these companies in different locations all across the DFW area. Could it be a coincidence? Very well could be. He could just be the guy, the attorney, the Better Call Saul of LCAs.
So I called Shand Parvathaneni, an Indian immigration attorney who files LCAs and H-1B petitions on behalf of countless companies with ghost offices that I visited throughout this video. Could he perhaps explain what was going on here?
Yeah, what the
Real quick, Patreon banned me for noticing too much, so now you can support our work at tylerraw.com to get access to videos we can't upload on YouTube,
This is true.
exclusive bonus content, and early
This is true. Patreon banned him, but not only that, it was the website provider. I forget what their name was. Noticing is illegal. Noticing is racist. Noticing is illegal if you're in Germany. Cloudflare. Yeah, Cloudflare. Yes, Cloudflare. Yes, I'm pretty sure Cloudflare. Sorry. Also took down his website. He was banned from Patreon, and then his own website also got taken down because he was nudicing too much.
access to all of these videos before they go up on YouTube for as low as $5 a month. Go check it out at tylerrod.com. Thanks for your support, and back to the video.
Hetzner also banned him? Holy
I know I
shit.
keep seeing your name pop up.
Sure. And like I said, I mean, I want you.
But it's not like they're in charge of anything, right, guys? Surely it's just a coincidence.
Ask you check it out at tylerrod.com. Thanks for your support, and back to the video.
I just want to ask you a few questions. I know I keep seeing your name pop up.
Sure. And like I said, I mean, I want you to ask anything and everything because this program has a problem. You want the best for this country. I want the best for this country.
Listen, we've gone through
What?
the LCAs. I
What
see
is
your
this guy
name pop
saying?
up, over 20,000 times from 2020 through the end of 2025. And you're saying the burden to update all this information is on behalf of the employer to then update you, who then complies with the paperwork and gets it all handled, right? Is that?
That is correct. And number of times we see a lot of companies don't do it, which means they're not complying.
Sure.
And my responsibility is not to go, I keep on educating them, but if they don't do it, there's a site visit and the employee is not working where they're supposed to. Any non-immigrant person in this country, anybody, they have to let USCIS know where they live. It's a mandatory responsibility. The government has access to the systems. So when you start talking about not fraud that I know, somebody's bench, that is where things start going haywire. The company doesn't start paying them. The employee is not working. And that is where it starts, not at the time of filing, because at the time of filing it is very easy.
Come on, Sean. Let's not be silly. But also, you could file a bunk LCA filing, right? And just put as many of those out there.
What good it would do to somebody to be obligated to say, hey, I want to pay somebody $100,000 and $20,000 in tax? You just tell me.
I mean, let's say you get money and you get a lot of it, and you go back.
We don't get a lot of it. But I don't.
Oh, come on. I know you're killing it. That's great. I mean.
No.
Uh-oh. Hands up.
No. I tell you one thing. It's a law firm. There are other attorneys working, and that is where the problem is. And then the fee.
That's a pretty snazzy suit there.
I know what lawyers make. Come on.
For a different perspective, I want to show you an office in Plano of one of the largest IT staffing companies on earth, Tata Consultancy. Companies like Tata built the blueprints for these rink-a-dink mom-and-pop staffing companies with ghost offices we've been visiting. But the difference is they have real offices and real H-1B Indians doing work in the places they say they are at a massive scale. What they proved to corporate America is that they could outsource IT work to an Indian firm like theirs, get the job done with H-1B workers at a fraction of the cost of directly hiring Americans, and they could hold their H-1B Indian Army captive due to their visa being tied to them. Ultimately, companies like Tata are at the forefront of the replacement of skilled American laborers in exchange for cheaper, interchangeable, and captive H-1B Indians. For example, in 2015, last job of IT workers for Disney World Orlando was to train their H-1B replacements in 90 days that had been brought over by Cognizant. If these employees didn't train their new replacements, they were not eligible for bonuses or severance packages.
Bro.
Outsourcing firms like Tata rarely even bother to sponsor green cards and often just import a new wave of H-1B Indians to replace the previous one.
I'm honestly surprised there are not more violent people in this world.
Once their visa expires. I pulled up to one of these outsourcing firms' offices in Plano just to see the H-1B Indian spawner hole in the flesh.
Hi. We're here to verify that 12 of the LCAs filed on behalf of 12 H-1B employees are on site and they have the paperwork on the wall.
Okay, let me get someone.
Excuse me, do you work on behalf of Tata? Yeah. Are you H-1B? Yeah. Okay.
This place was teeming with Indians whose sole job was to replace you lazy Americans watching this video.
Hi, my name's Tyler.
Well, do you have an appointment or pre-approved?
No appointment needed. Thanks so much. What is your name? Are you the manager?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a right to know things, right? That's the reason I'm asking you.
Sure. Have a great day.
Keep in mind, these H-1B employees are on non-immigrant work
Leave me
visas.
alone!
They are temporary guests.
Don't shoot us, please.
Okay. No worries.
No, what is this for?
We're conducting a worksite inspection. Here to verify a few things, and we'll be out of the office.
Okay, I won't do that.
And pursuant to 20 CFR Section 655.760, any member of the public can demand the public access file, and failure to make this information available within 1 working day.
How long until Powder outsources to India? Never! I'm too poor. I am working with some... Never mind. My moderators are good people. Indians. At least you're only outsourcing to white people, Powder. As far as I know, in order to work with me, you have to post hands.
Is a violation.
Not Bob's and Vagine. That's not me. That's these guys. Jesus Christ.
Trying to cause any trouble.
Imagine if you came to another country on a temporary visa, started smacking people's cameras. Give me a break.
Do you work here?
Yes, I will.
Okay, what's your name? We just want to see if the LCAs that have been filed for the H-1Bs here are publicly visible to the employees here. They should be on the wall.
If you were USCIS,
Yeah.
or you're an agent, if you were government,
Yeah.
we'd absolutely let you in. You're not, so
Yeah.
we're not going to allow that.
As per 20 CFR 655, H-1B labor condition application regulations, and 8 USC 1182N, you guys need to show the paperwork.
We would, to a government agency.
That's not what the law says.
Okay, you can take that up with our
Sure.
immigration
We will,
office
yeah.
in Rockville, Maryland.
Sure. You're not going to show it? Okay. Well, thanks for popping your head out. You are not in compliance. Appreciate your time.
6010 Spring Creek Parkway, 4 IT staffing companies, 95 total LCAs, 38 H-1B conversions.
There is no one home.
Hi. Doing good. Ever seen anyone come in here? There should be 18 people working out of here.
This is our virtual
Yeah.
office. There's 5 of us, but we didn't work from home.
This doesn't even have enough room for 5 people, much less 18. Worksite inspection. We have a building permit signage here indicating this place has been under renovation or construction since March 6, 2025. Where have the employees gone to
Wow. Trev Bye, happy 3 months. Thank you so much.
work the last year? According to what I'm seeing here, there should be 34 people working on site.
Your call has been forwarded to the voicemail for No one is available to take your call.
My face is his face. What did that just say?
And the difference between what a
Your call has been forwarded to the voicemail for
The difference between what a real H-1B worksite should look like compared to all of these ghost offices or seemingly staged worksites was immediately apparent. Hey, are you Siusa? Siusa Inc.? Siusa? How many people are on site right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Where are you from, by the way?
From Germany.
Germany, okay. We do need to see those LCAs, though, and then we're out of your hair.
Idris, I can forward this email document to you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll write down. I mean, listen, hear me out. I know you have attorney-client privilege. Just be real with me, though. You meet these guys, they talk to you. How often do you think you're signing off on fraud?
Zero.
Now that you've
Zero.
seen some of these offices
If I know
that
the stuff.
people have knocked on the doors, the empty offices. Lights off, no one home, 3 p.m. The complete shell offices with ghost employees. No one can find where they work. You really think it's zero?
If you say that is there fraud that is found after the fact, yes.
There should be 3 people for Widespan LLC on site. There should be 1 person on site for Upward Innovations LLC. There should be 2 people on site for NK Technolabs.
There's like hardly anybody here today.
I'll tell you what USCIS does. And USCIS will come back and say, hey, there's no address. This employee does not work over there. What exactly is going on? We want to revoke your H-1B. And then I go back to the employer. Hey, this is what USCIS has found. Now there's a problem. Do you have what exactly happened? Because you have to find out. Does it always mean there is fraud? No, because I'll tell you an example where it might not be fraud. A guy is working in Verizon, for example, in Dallas as a software developer, 6 months contract, and they reassign him to another project for, say, Dr. Pepper, again in Dallas. If somebody is still working, still getting paid the same salary, still in the same role, you can change the work site. That is not a material change.
So you would have
so
to
when you get an
amend the
RFP, you
LCA,
talk.
right?
No, not it is not a material change. But if it is Dallas to Dallas, it is not a material change. It's just a different work site in the same city.
UCSIS would need to verify the work site exists, the person exists, they're in the country, they're at the place they've stated they should be. How would that not be a problem?
So USCIS have rules. If it is a different metropolitan statistical area, it is a material change. Instead of working in Dallas, somebody moved to Austin, that is a material change.
UCSIS should be able to point at and say the guy works here, right?
Oh yes. And sometimes the work site changes. This third party consulting the work site could keep changing, because in this case, the same LCA. Yeah, and that is a problem, and that is what I'm saying. And this is what people.
Complete lack of transparency.
And that is
That's wild to me. That's mind-blowing, actually. What Chand revealed to me is that employers have zero legal obligation to amend the LCA if the H-1B employee is working within the same metropolitan statistical area. This Dallas-Fort Worth-Arlington metroplex encompasses 13 North Texas counties, 9,286 square miles, with more than 200 incorporated cities and towns. So, an IT staffing company like the ones we've seen can file an LCA listing at a ghost office in Frisco and then freely move that H-1B worker to a client site in downtown Dallas, Arlington, Fort Worth, Plano, Irving, McKinney, Denton, or any of the 200 plus cities and towns across 13 counties without ever filing a new LCA or amending the H-1B petition. So, on a day-to-day basis, USCIS does not know where the employee works, the DOL doesn't know, the client is not required to report anything to anyone, and the system, by design, is blind as to where this H-1B employee actually works, allowing plenty of room for things like underpayments, misrepresented job duties, and proxy work from India going unnoticed.
The contract is what shows there is availability of work. The problem with fraud, the contract is for 6 months. Everything goes good. Then what? Is somebody on the bench? That is fraud. Is the employer not paying the employee? That is fraud. That is where there is a big problem with H-1B. That is where all the fraud starts. And like you said, hey, this company doesn't exist now. When we call, there's no company. For example, on the day they filed, no, the company was there. Otherwise, because USCIS has their own big check, they will catch it in 1 minute if the company doesn't exist. So I don't think the fraud is at that point. The fraud maybe 6 months, 1 year when the project is over, the company is not paying this guy this salary, and this employee is not getting paid, the guy is getting benched. That is where all the fraud starts. And now, like you said, clearly, how do you detect that fraud? In my opinion, the government has access to the databases. Click of a button.
While listening to Sean, it's clear the system,
It's not
by
my
design,
problem.
demands little to no real transparency and heavily relies on the employer operating in good faith. Clearly, USCIS was not inspecting all of these work sites to verify their legitimacy, begging the question, where are these Indians?
I feel like I'm in a library right now.
Icon IT Solutions, here you are.
We have
Wah, wah, wah. Ghost Town.
We have 13 LCAs.
Open up, goddammit. Okay, next. Beyond. Hello, is this ESK? Okay, hi, my name's Tyler.
Hey, man.
Good to meet you. What do you guys do?
It's for development.
Okay, where do you guys put your LCAs, your H-1Bs?
H-1Bs?
Yes.
Like H-1B guys?
Yes.
Guys on ice?
No. We're just doing a little video.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
H-1B guys? Like these guys are...
Exactly, yes.
The relief.
We're showing up like empty offices. You're the first office we've shown up to with human life.
Yeah, you can pick out.
We can check it out?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Hi.
And this is my office. We don't have much H-1Bs.
Yeah.
I think only three H-1.
Three.
You said you know how these guys operate like a minute ago.
No. I mean, like, most of them, the offices are empty. That's
So tell me about that. So I want to make sure we make the difference because we've knocked on a few empty offices that appear to be like shell offices, like ghost offices.
Oh, okay.
Are you familiar with that term?
I'm familiar with the cell companies,
Okay.
but not familiar with a lot of people here because I don't talk with a lot of neighbors.
Okay, so why do some people rent out the offices but they never actually show up, never do any work?
Maybe most of them work remotely because most of the IT works are remote.
Okay.
But I don't allow actually to do the remote work. I prefer my guys to be here.
Okay, thanks again.
Thank you.
Hey, enjoy the game. See you guys. This guy brought up a good point. What happens when our H-1B prodigies are working remotely from home? I pulled up to Houston and met up with Nick Plum, a former Amazon L7 engineer laid off by Amazon, who has been speaking out against the Indianification of America. And we began our inspection of an apartment complex with several H-1B work sites listed as the apartments these Indians lived in. They're required to have a public access file available that the LCA is filed, and it must be accessible at the employer's work site within 1 hour. Let's see who has their paperwork in order.
My mom calls these places the nest.
Oh, gnarly!
They all live around each other in apartment complexes, and my mom calls it the nest.
Hello. How are you?
I'm an office call.
Tyler. How are you?
I'm good.
Do you want to show
That's
me?
not an office. I'm an office call.
Okay.
Okay. We're here to review your public access files because this is a corporate work site for foreign workers. You should have your LCAs posted and your public access files available for review. Do you have those available for review?
Hi.
Hello.
Daima? Good to meet you. Tyler. You work on behalf of Cognizant?
Yes, I do.
You should have a public access file for review.
Why the feet? I just don't want to look at their feet. Please stop. Please, cameraman. I don't want to look at these nasty feet.
Windows public access file.
But what it includes is the LCA, your labor condition application. It includes the prevailing wage study. Whatever your job is.
I can show you.
If you'd like to have
Sure.
Okay. So this is my work site.
What you're really seeing here is how rare USCIS compliance is, and how before remote work was common, at least you had a corporate office where the public access file could be filed and LCA notices could be posted on a wall. When the H-1B's worksite is now just this guy's apartment, all of this info becomes harder to verify and easier to fake. The Department of Labor doesn't have a...
Oh no. Wait, did you see that? Oh my god, the kid. Look at all the crayon the crayon drawings on the wall. Oh man. RIP security deposit.
All of this info becomes harder to verify and easier to fake. While the Department of Labor doesn't have enough resources for in-person audits like these, they did create a provision to allow...
Oh my god! I found Aspen gold!
And by the way, these are shitholes. And don't let anybody...
He took a trip to Frisco, Texas. That's what he's doing. Oh my god. I know you've been banned. Get out of there, man. The kid is gonna eat ya.
Members of the public to demand the same info. The only problem is, nobody ever does. And of course, we stumbled into this engineer vibe coding in real time. Just look at this guy's screen.
By law, you should have
Wait, that's ChatGPT.
Vibe coding in real time.
Wait, is that Grok? Copilot. Oh yeah, message Copilot. Oh, there it is. Oh my god.
By law, you should have
I
it
see.
physically ready for
So
me.
most of the PWD petitions I have, right? Okay. And whatever benefits like
The literal worst
vision,
AI out
and
there.
then dental, all those medicals, whatever that's been provided as part of
Oh,
my
good grief.
LCR petitions. So I do have it.
We will be reporting that we were...
These are the people you're competing against, by the way. 4-year software engineering degree, competing against these guys. Rough. It's rough.
Unable to review the public access file locally.
Yeah.
So what's your job title?
My job title is senior manager. I work for a client called Marriott Hotel. So you may
Okay, yeah.
Marriott.
No! Why? Do they do this so that they can watch TV and then, like, return it? I'm gonna give you a personal story on my experience with these people. I worked in retail, and they were the most rude people. They would try on clothing and then just throw it all over the floor. You know how some people, they like try and fold it and put it on the bench, or they put it back on the hanger, or they give it to you because you're standing there waiting for them to give you clothes after they've tried them on? No, they would just throw it all over the floor. They would try on like 15 different things. There was even a limit, actually. It was probably like 7. But still, all over the floor, hangers everywhere, clothes everywhere, inside out. So annoying. There are these ladies that bought some clothes from us, and they cut off certain parts of the shirt, and they went up to my manager and tried to return it. And they were like, we just accidentally bought this. And my manager was like, do you have the receipt? And they're like, no. And they're like, okay, well, I guess here's your refund. Because they started to freak out on her when she was like, you can't return this without a receipt. Also, it's like missing stuff. And they're like, what do you mean? Blah, 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 blah. And then she was just like, oh my god. She just ended up giving them the money back. And she came up to me afterwards and was like, I remember them. I remember that it didn't used to look like that. And I sold them that item. I shouldn't have done that. And I was like, yeah. What? But a lot of the time, people aren't good with confrontation. They're not. They're not good with confrontation. They just want people to go away. So she ended up giving the money back, and then they walked away.
I worked at Sears in the early owos, and they would always try to return cartloads of clothes without receipts.
Yeah, like what the fuck is that? What the hell? It's just rude.
Banjo.
Rude. Indians are taking over my city in Sweden too. Apparently it was not enough with the Muslim asylum seekers. Oh my god. That's so sad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my Swedish brethren. You don't deserve to live like this. Not at all. Another example of Indians not assimilating, and the list goes on forever and ever. Yeah, they don't. I mean, in Frisco, Texas, there's no assimilating into white American culture. They just end up building their own shit and then making their own communities, and then that community just grows and grows and grows and grows. Like it's ever increasing.
They had your client secured before your arrival into the United States?
Yes.
Okay.
This is was my second client.
Okay.
My first client is Energy. It's an energy company. Cognizant is my employer.
Sure.
They have the right to hire, fire, everything done.
Sure.
I'm reporting to my supervisor, Cognizant. I'm enjoying my medical benefits, 401k. Cognizant is giving me the stocks at the discounted to all the employees.
Doing all that
ESPP.
stuff. Okay.
Yes, I'm enrolling it. Yes, I have a family. I'm using medical.
Cool.
The computer that he was working on looked it was like a $299 HP computer. We come in, we see ChatGPT up on the screen. He's not doing anything. I think the biggest myth that we have is this high skill.
We found out.
I think it's a lie. I think most of the immigration that we're getting is not highly skilled. Try to quantify, I'd say 70% of the folks that I actually saw hired and worked around couldn't do the job. Okay. When we needed the top tier engineer, they worked in Ireland. It's like it's just easy to hire. You know, you've got a network of people that are willing to relocate. If I'm sitting here in Texas, not paying taxes, I may not want to relocate to California. Sure. But if I'm sitting in India and I want to do anything I can in my power to get out of India, I'm willing to relocate to California, pay those taxes and the high utility bills, etc. Not classically trained in computers. I self-taught effectively, and I did that through on-the-job training. You know, like if you're a pretty smart person, which a lot of Americans are, we're not doing things that are super complex, right? Sure. Business analytics you can learn, and especially with AI now, you don't have to have years of training learning how to write SQL. You know, you can, hey Grok, help me understand how to join these tables, or write a query to do this. What we're not seeing is that shift away from a foreign reliance on labor into like adapting our new technology, understanding that these aren't critical skills anymore. They're not unique skills. Like we're not getting super geniuses.
Do you think the companies need to hire US?
I learned how to be Indian with Grok. Oh my gosh.
Or US workers before they go about and hire somebody in H1B?
Yes.
The current rules. Unfortunately, no. The answer is no, which is where the biggest problem is. And that is what I want to highlight.
For every American, right? You would hope they would assess the American workforce before we start scouring overseas, right? We're seeing graduates come out of a 4-year college degree and are unable to find a job like what this guy was working. Is this guy vastly more talented than the graduate that's coming out of college? Is it just because he already has 10 years of experience? He's the go-to hire?
I mean, our college graduates are competing with a system that is built to disadvantage them, to be honest. And here's the ways, right? Like,
and then you become a debt slave. Yay!
Like I can write a job posting and I can require...
You graduate college, you work at a froyo place so that you can pay off your 4-year student loan debt. And you have a bachelor's in software engineering. Yay!
10 different tech skills. One of them may be 8 years old. It's antiquated. Sure. But by adding this antiquated requirement onto a job posting, any recent grad is not going to have that. Now I can filter them out as a technical recruiter.
Sure. And if you're not getting algorithmically filtered out of job postings on LinkedIn, you can find job postings online hiring H-1Bs only. What a racket. Hi there. How are you? You know where Suite 678 might be? It might not even be in here.
It's a mailbox. It's not an actual physical.
It's a mailbox. Okay, so
that's what we were talking about earlier too.
See if they're actual suites.
Yes.
Yeah.
678 is the first one.
Anything that's over a 200 is not going to be here.
Okay, so 530.
Thank you, Hammerhead, for the bits. Thank you.
678 is the first one.
Good morning, Jan.
Anything that's over a 200.
Wait. What did she say?
Full suites.
Yes.
Yeah.
678 is the first one. 78 is the first one.
6767.
My wife is retarded.
Over a 200 is not going to be here.
Okay, so 534.
No.
Because they're reporting there's people working at that mailbox. Like they work inside that mailbox then. 1167.
No, these are all like little mailboxes that I put pieces of mail in and I take packages.
324.
Anything over 200 is not going to be here.
Okay.
Yeah, and just so you're aware, they're reporting to the USCIS that there are humans working inside these mailboxes.
Well, if they can fit in a mailbox this size, then sure.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, we have our answers. There was zero level of scrutiny at play here. Zero. What is our economy? But what happens when an Indian comes here on an F1 visa to study with the hopes of getting an H1B visa and eventually a green card, and things don't go according to plan?
Whoa, what? What is...
Why are you here in Texas? What's going on?
I just came for my
My further studies like masters. I'm from India. I'm coming from Mumbai. Mumbai is my home country. That's why I like this country.
Do you like USA or India more?
India more, but for my further studies, I have to come here.
And how difficult was it for you to move your whole life to the USA and come study here?
It's really challenging when I'm coming to here. It's gonna be a long story behind that. I have to do a lot of interviews, and it's gonna be depend on them if they want to give them a visa or not. It's a really big story. We have to do a lot of hard work on that. Even when we came here, we don't know where we have to live, what is going to be happening here, nothing. We don't know.
And how old are you?
I'm just like 23. This is a country that we can just make our future. Just we can study and do hard work. If we work here, we can get a good jobs and everything. But from our heart, we are connected to our country. And there are lots of Indians. They are doing a lot of things to do to stay here legally.
Where do you live? Do you live with like roommates?
Yeah, I live with my roommates. Before we are going to live, when I came here, it was like a really tough thing. Yeah. That's why in a 2-bedroom hall, we are living like 10 members.
10 people?
What?
To save our money.
Sure.
Yeah, it's really
my
hard working at that time.
So how did these folks get brought here? Well,
Ew.
that's where I started to tie it together to what I was seeing at work. We had a major hub in Dallas. I had 2 people on my team that were hired in on H-1Bs to work in Dallas. Well, they have children, and those children get a visa called the H-4 visa. Their spouses get the H-4 visa. I don't know, maybe the missing point for a lot of people here is when you're on an H-4 visa and you go to high school in Texas and you graduate from high school in Texas, you were not an international student. So there's guardrails in place at places like UT to ensure that you don't have these massive demographic changes. Well, those guardrails fail when all of a sudden these folks are classified as residents. I find it very interesting, Tyler, that we have H-1Bs acting as technical recruiters. The person doing the vetting is, they're not American. They don't have that, underlying, like, for the home team, skin in the game.
Most people.
Why don't all 1.4 billion Indians go back and help build their country? Good question. America will just pay them lots of money and they get given a place to stay. That's pretty nice. They're not all crawling over each other. Political reasons, yes, that is the true answer. Time to bring back the Crusades? I don't know. Probably some form of like civil war. I would say things, but I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it in a peaceful way. God damn you! Platform, whatever. Anyways.
I come from, let's say, Mumbai. Do they have plans of staying longer?
Most of our from my country, they just focus on like just we will get our degree and we will come back. But the thing is that they are not thinking to go back to our country. Why? Because the thing is that in our country there are jobs, there are a lot of jobs. But
in Europe we're losing it day by day.
Yeah,
sad.
So if everything goes your way, would you like to be a permanent citizen here?
It's not only my dream. Yeah. Everyone dreams like that to get a green card or permanent residence in United States of America. Why? Because we already spent our 3 years here.
What do our college graduates lack? Is it tenacity and skill and intellect? Are Americans stupid, Nick?
I mean, I think we're naive. I'll be honest. I think we've operated in a high-trust society for a very long time. As a father of kids, I raised them to do the right thing, to work hard, to go to school, to get the good grades. And I used to tell them, like, if you grind, you'll be fine. Yeah. That we are a meritocracy. I actually am doubting that. Right? I've changed my messaging to them.
Yeah. What is the messaging now?
Well, now it's you still need to do the right thing, but you also have to understand you are competing in a system that is built structurally to disadvantage you.
Isn't that sad? That is just terrible. The country you live in, the system is built against you. It was built against you. It was built to oppress you. Disgusting.
How much money does it cost for you to come all the way from Mumbai to Houston, Texas?
To here, I already spent like 35, almost $40,000.
So that's a lot of money in India.
Black pill. No. I'm okay. I haven't black pilled too hard today. I got my white pill. I'm okay. This is so ominous though. This red light room. Holy smokes.
How do most people afford to get here?
Everyone do like that. They have some savings in our country. Some savings their fathers or something. They have some goal or something. They are struggling hard to get a degree and a job here. They are selling their homes in our country to only just to visit the United States of America. They are selling homes. They are selling their like savings and everything, the gold and everything. And when they are coming here, they are not satisfied. Why? Because after all these things, the IT job market is no more. No, we are not getting a good jobs and nothing like that.
Who benefits from importing infinite labor from all over the planet?
I mean, I
The
think there's a bunch
elites.
of beneficiaries to this.
Who's winning right now?
Yeah, well, it's not the youth.
Sure.
It's not the American worker. It is big capital. These folks don't have freedom of movement. If they're let go, they have 60 days to find a new job, or they have to leave the country, or really what ends up happening is they just change status to a new visa.
Sure.
But they should leave the country.
If you can't get a job in IT, what's your plan?
The last option, if I will not get a job, like even I also find a girl on the dating places.
Many nice Indian
Show
girls?
Bob's and vagine.
Not an Indian girls.
Who?
One white and one Mexican. You know.
Leave me alone!
White women, they are not like a greedy. Some of them like a greedy, but everyone not is greedy. But
Okay. Okay, thank God. Okay. Whew. Okay. As you guys know, I get called a gold digger. So I think I'm safe. Keep spreading the rumor, guys. Keep spreading the rumor. Nah, I don't qualify as an actual gold digger. Don't tell the Indians that. But I love love. Love also matters. Love. Succeed together. As best you can. Even though they're taking our jobs. The clankers and the Indians. God damn it. Leave our white woman alone. Yeah, leave me alone. And stop doing blacked posting. Leave me alone. You fucking pervert degenerates. Fuck off. How dare you demoralize white men. Disgusting. I'll never forgive you. Never.
Not is greedy, but in Mexicans, you cannot trust them.
What have you seen? What have they
Damn.
done to you?
One of my friends story. So he's just thinking to what to do, and he's trying to get a jobs and a lot of things. After that, all the hard working, he's not getting a job. So he find a girl. So first my friend said, "Oh, I like you. Can I get your number or something?"
Okay.
And then they went for the dates and everything. My friend, he said to their Mexican girls, "Oh, can I ask you for the favor? It's not only my favor, it's your too. Why? Because you are struggling hard, so it's really good for you too."
What is the favor? Why so cryptic? What does this mean? A visa? Oh, a visa. I was getting scared.
So, why? Because you are struggling hard, so it's really good for you too. So, can we do like a marriage just to fix my papers?
Sure.
Oh my God. You want to get married to fix my papers? And that's why you can't trust a Mexican. What the fuck?
Can we do like a marriage just to fix my papers?
Sure.
So she said, "Yeah, okay then."
Did they get married?
Yeah, they get married, and the thing is that after they getting married, and she said, "I have some conditions. Like when she is going to sign the papers, she wants like $5,000 in her first amount."
Like, well, let's look at Amazon, right? They laid off 16,000 people on January 28th,
is going on?
15,000 in October. I am sure those were not only Americans. In fact, I know of at least one that wasn't an American. Now,
What
the
a
difference
fucking
between her
mess.
and I is I'm sitting here, right? I'm not worried about being deported. My visa's not going to get lapsed. Right? And these folks, I mean, they bought cars on 5-year notes. Their entire family will be uprooted. They may even have a kid here that's now an American by birthright citizenship. When someone has that much to lose, you can really compel them to do anything you want.
Then you see them giving up everything in order to fulfill this dream or get their kids from this status of being lower or middle class to upper middle class and beyond. They may sell the family farm for all that, right?
Back home, their families are becoming millionaires, so to speak.
Oh yeah, multimillionaires, right? They're wealthy. And so I think we just we created that gold rush.
And this is a torta? Oh, shit. Okay.
And after that, she is telling, like, this is my first thing, this is my first condition, and now listen my second condition. Every month you have to pay me like on the payments, like every month $1,000. After that, in additional to, you have to pay some of my rent, some of my bills.
So it's like a real marriage now.
Yeah, but she don't want to sleep with my friend.
And she doesn't want to have sex.
Yeah, no, she don't want anything.
Oh, she just wants the money.
Just want money. Even my after they got married.
Yeah.
At the time, he already gave $5,000 to her. After she receiving $5,000, she is like disappear. She's not responding. She's not receiving the calls and everything. She's just ignoring him. When she needs the money, when she gets a time for her payment, she's calling, oh, where are you? He asks for the money. Where is my payment for this month? I'm doing your work from last 2 days and you're not paying for me. When she got her money for the payment, for the first payment month, then she
disappeared again?
She did the same thing.
She'll come back the next month for more money. And this friend.
What the fuck?
This isn't about you?
The thing,
You're not the friend, right?
I'm the person.
You.
The story's about you, isn't it, Will?
Oh my gosh. Good night, Pow Pow. I have to head to work now so my taxes can fund the replacement and destruction of my people. I love America.
What a plot twist. My friend.
The thing,
You're not the friend, right?
I'm the person.
You. You are?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This happened to you.
I heard I did a lot of hard work, like 8 to 9 months to get that money, and the beat she took in 2 months.
How is it being an Indian in 2026 here in Texas?
Oh, here they are thinking like they are saying us like they are thinking, oh, Indians, you are Indians, you are not our category. You just be aside. One homeless came to my store. And he's telling me like, he's asking me, oh, can I get the lighter? I said, okay, you have to pay for that lighter. But he's telling me like, this is my country. I'm just fed up with these things.
Really?
Yeah. From only just from 2 months, what I say.
She ruined the whole experience.
All the things, all the dreams.
Yeah.
I once talked to a guy, 27 years in the United States, not a citizen. And I'm not saying they should be citizens. I'll be real clear. I think they should have departed after 3 years, period. But they've been here, bound to their employer. That's a shit system. It doesn't benefit anybody. And then we have to think about the problems that it gives to their kids. You know, they come over here with their kid. Their kid can stay on the H4 until they're 21. They age out of the system. Now maybe they have to move back to India where they don't have any family. There's no angle that you can take that says this H1B.
I didn't know about that. That is something new. I didn't know that they aged out.
Good unless you are big capital.
Yeah.
There's not.
GDP goes up.
GDP goes up.
And I read today that there is 104 million people that are not employed or seeking employment in the United States right now. That's a lot of people. Like, are we in too deep?
We probably are.
Yeah.
And that's the depressing thing.
I think we need to pause all H-1Bs.
Moratorium.
Thank you.
You have to look at illegal immigration versus legal immigration.
Sure.
And right now, I think
Pause
the
it
nation,
all.
by the mandate that was given to Trump in the House in Congress when we, was 2024, it showed that we had the appetite. We wanted mass deportations. We wanted to, end illegal immigration. But now here we are, a couple years into it. You hear the messaging changing away from mass deportations to only criminals. The reason I bring that up is if you don't have the appetite to handle illegal immigration correctly or, authoritatively, you're not going to have the appetite to do what needs to happen to put the genie back in the bottle for the legal aspect. Any of those guys that are simping for the Indians or the immigration lawyers, f*** you. This is America. This is my nation. This is my kid's inheritance. F*** you. The system is broken and we need to fix it.
In my exit interview, they go, hey, we're replacing you guys. We're getting rid of the whole team and we're replacing you guys with Indians. Yeah, I swear to God. I look them dead in the eye and go, you guys know I'm Indian, right? Like, no, you don't get it. We're getting rid of you. We're moving the job to India to be done by Indians from India who live there who will do it cheaper. And in that moment, I turned into every one of your fathers. I was like, these goddamn Indians are taking our jobs.
You can't flood the country with...
This is my kid's inheritance. F*** you. The system is broken and we need to fix it.
In my exit interview, they go, hey, we're replacing you guys. We're getting rid of the whole team and we're replacing you guys with Indians. Yeah, I swear to God. I look them dead in the eye and go, you guys know I'm Indian, right? Like, no, you don't get it. We're getting rid of you. We're moving the job to India to be done by Indians from India who live there who will do it cheaper. And in that every one of your fathers, I was like, these goddamn Indians are taking our jobs.
You can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign
but
workers.
you also do have to bring in talent. When
Well,
a
we have
country
plenty of talented
no,
people
no, you
here.
don't. No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn.
Oh, it hurts. Ah, makes you want to cry. One of Trump's biggest L's. That was sad. Good video, though. Thank you, Tyler. Sorry you got banned because you nudist too much. But keep spreading the word. Keep doing the interviews. Keep making the videos. More and more people need to become aware of how broken the system is and how to navigate it in the best way they see fit, especially if they have children. I like this guy. The fuck you.
My kids' inheritance, fuck you. This or authoritatively, you're not going to have the appetite to do what needs to happen to put the genie back in the bottle for the legal aspect.
Right
Any
at
of
the
those
camera, too.
guys
He
that
says
are
it.
simping for the Indians or the immigration lawyers, fuck you. This is America. This is my nation. This is my kids' inheritance. Fuck you. The system is broken and we need to fix it.
So my exit
The fuck you. Isn't this the video that got him banned? I exposed New Jersey's Jewish invasion. The thumbnail's amazing. Anyways, thanks for watching the video with me, guys. Appreciate it. Hope you learned something new today. I certainly did. I learned a few new things. I liked learning that guy's story wasn't just his friend, it was him. It is kind of funny how we were joking about it earlier. The Spice Wars, Battle of the Browns. The Hispanics and the Indians are gonna duke it out. And then he's talking about how you can't trust a Mexican. I love it.
Big failure. Whatever you made before, however good it was, no longer matters because it simply stands on the shadow of this ugly beast.
Just a small insert. So, I'm doing this, portrait right now, or this artwork, and to kind of showcase to you just how bad I struggle with this problem. Like, you have a problem, and you know all the logical reasoning behind what to do and how it's bad for you, and I just made a whole video about this topic, right? And I just can't get over it. It's like I can't make this artwork in good conscience because it's just not unique enough. And I started looking at all these other artists like Yoshitaka Amano and just everybody really, and it's like wondering if they felt the same. I just made a whole video about how you should avoid this trap, and meanwhile I'm sitting right in it. Don't have the need to do these things. Like, it's very stupid. Just enjoy what you're doing, okay? Bye.
To bring you closer to this idea and how I think you can avoid falling into the trap, I want to show you two paintings that I made. This painting I call One More was quite the task. It was the first time I painted more than one subject, so composing this already posed as quite the challenge for me. Before working with other people, I usually use myself as a reference in the majority of my paintings. And I did the same here, as you can see. I don't smoke, by the way. I never smoke. Smoking is not cool. The whole idea of the painting is how there's never a stop to substance abuse, so don't take drugs. Anyways, unfortunately though, I did not have any models for the other two, which kind of resulted in me having to come up with most of it out of my head or with mixed references online. I really struggled with the woman in the center because I already find it quite difficult to capture this essence of a woman with a reference, so having no solid foundation was really tough. And what I mean with essence is not necessarily just beauty, but it's I can't explain it. I just can't.
Scheiß du.
So we've
we've got a very unfortunate turn of events here with VTuber Bao the Whale and popular Japanese art website Skeb. And it all begins with this now deleted tweet from Bao, where she said, with a lot of crying emojis, "Artists, please ask permission before publicly posting finished commissions. I know you're really excited about finishing a really cool commission, but you might accidentally spoil a client's project. So many commissions I just gave up doing anything because it was posted before I could do anything with them." She then followed her take up with another one there in all caps, saying that she hates Skeb. I mean, quote, "I hate you, Skeb," unquote. In the screenshots, you can see that it says like an hour ago and 51 minutes ago. That's because these are screenshots that remain on the internet that people posted. But again, I think these tweets were up for a few days, and she ultimately did delete them. But Skeb seemed to have found out about these tweets nevertheless, and they were not happy. And so we'll get to Skeb's response, but Bao actually, just like 30 minutes ago, made a tweet where she was saying that her tweet is not about Skeb. Instead, it's about her general experience with commissioned art. So I'm going to comment on this really quick, and then we'll read Skeb's full response and Bao's full response there, because what I just told you is only like the first sentence of the tweet that's like a few paragraphs long. But yeah, when I saw Bao's take initially on my timeline, I never saw the second part about it being about Skeb. So when I was first reading it, I just assumed this was like about commissioning in general, which Bao's now saying that it was about, which is a bit odd because she followed that up by saying she hates Skeb, which implies that it was about Skeb, but now she's saying it's not. Nevertheless, I'll comment on this as simply about commissioning artists, right? So I thought Bao's take was pretty weird because you simply have a discussion with the artist before you commission them about things such as the price, the timeline of like when they might finish it. I don't like to try to ask for a specific date because I think that puts too much pressure on the artist, but you know, I think a general time frame is fair, you know, like, do you think this will be done in a month, right? And it's like, yes, no, I don't need an exact date, but you kind of work that out with the artist beforehand, right? And so this also applies to when the art's posted. For example, I've had some people in like some of my viewers that, you know, ask for the feet pic stuff, and they're totally memeing around, right? It's totally a meme. Nevertheless, I've commissioned some art recently, and one artist I commissioned, they had no problem with the art being posted immediately. But another artist I commissioned, they wanted me to wait like a month before I posted the art or before they posted it, because first they post it on their fan box because they have people paying them to get early access to the art. And that's totally cool. Again, as long as it's something that everyone knows about, everyone being the person making the commission and the person getting the commission, you know, work out beforehand by having a simple conversation, well, then everything works out fine.
Oh my gosh.
This is Slicer P. Over. I've arrived at the megastructure.
She can talk.
Get in, eliminate the machines, and get out. That was the job. But things are never that simple.
Regular studio. Um, bro. Oi. What is even going on over here, bro? I think I need to dev stream. There is a Warframe dev stream going on, really? Okay, I guess I'm done with the drawing for today, and Let's continue it tomorrow. Good night.